Of Gmslv Great Millstone, and the sincere Shalom to Yakim bringing out this word and diligence in the truth. And we come another week in and week out through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh is who the world ignorantly calls God. His name meaning He is and He exists. Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls the Messiah. His name is it's like his name means He is the deliverer, man. And we come to warn you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, of the end to come, man. Because as you see, chaos is still ensuing. Right, we're only in February, and Yahweh Shai is making the chess pieces on the board move, man, to the point where shit is about to get very real soon, man. And we see that He is coming out with all these different devices and our schemes in order to what? In order to further you or further put you into a bind, man, to put you into straight positions, where He's going to corner you and then make fourth mandatory the MOTB, man. But before that, pestilences and great evils have to come upon the earth. You're seeing chaos in the Middle East, and you're seeing what's going on in Mexico, or it's like Puerto Vallarta. You know, you're seeing all these troubles come across the world, and ultimately it's going to engulf the U.S., man. You see the food crisis, with the quality of the food getting worse. Esau giving you 3D printed meats, right? So this is all prophecy, man. This is the end days, and if you don't repent and get ready, then ultimately Yahweh Shai is going to allow these scourges, to be the end of you, man. Meaning great judgment coming down upon you.
We get another script. You got one. We get another one. We get Ezekiel 9, 4.
Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Yeah, and here we are, man. As the scripture says in the book of Proverbs, wisdom cries without. She uttereth her voice in the street, in the chief place of concourse, man. And here we are in that chief place of concourse, or the agora, which is the marketplace, in which all nations have to hear of the destruction and the prophecies to come, man. As the scriptures say, they all shall hear, and then the end shall come, man. Right? So it says, the prophets which were set before thee prophesied both of many countries and great kingdoms of evil and pestilence, man. Right now, what's going on in the Middle East, specifically Iran, they're going through a period of uranium and plutonium enrichment, man, which basically means that rare element is being mined over there. Because according to February 5th, we had the last nuclear treaty between Russia and the U.S. break, man, and that treaty basically stated that now they're free to beef up their military, or uranium production, nuclear production, water, bro. You know, and that's what's happening in Iran as well. And it's beautiful because ultimately we understand that Yahweh Shai didn't allow just the smith to create these weapons for no purpose, man. The purpose is to use them. So now we're seeing a nuclear war be beefed up, which shows you that the end is also coming, man.
That's right. That's right. You know, you're talking about Iran, that's over there in the Middle East. But, Iran got sleeper cells here in America. And Iran get attacked. Well, when Iran get attacked, the sleeper cells going to be activated. Right? So there's going to be T attacks all over the world, man, especially here in Great Babylon, America. So you see that wars going on overseas, thinking it ain't going to touch you. Thinking you ain't going to see some shit at home. Yeah, wait and see, man.
They thought the same thing about the 19, man. They saw that shit over in China and thinking, okay, that's just another pandemic, that's a China thing. Like, nah, that became an American thing, it became a global thing. Therefore, that's the same thing gonna happen with these wars and these uprisings.
I want to make a quick
scripture. It's Isaiah 47 starting at verse 10.
That's what I lead to.
It says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off."
So it's beautiful, because that's what I was going to lead into that scripture with. But the point is, America ain't truly been touched. Yeah, but what about 9/11? Because 9/11 is going to look like.
But 9/11 was more a domestic than.
I'm gonna say 9/11 was like you was in the movies getting, y'all know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
versus what's about to happen to America. Yeah. America is a big difference of what's about to happen to America. Okay, and it's gonna be like one guy just all grabbing and at the versus the world like nah, we ravish them, we rip the clothes, and they're gonna lift the skirt up on this place. We're already lifting the skirt up, but I'm saying they're gonna take this place over and completely overwhelm this place,
right,
from the inside out.
And it's coming out that 9/11 was carried out by America's greatest ally, man. You know, that was not extremist Muslim extremists. It was actually the people who control the Senate and the White House and the Pentagon. You know.
I got another script.
But did you read the one?
I'll go back and reread the
Yeah,
last
but yeah,
one.
you got it after
Isaiah 47 and 11. It says, "Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth."
Yeah, America gonna be blindsided. Somebody hit you, you don't know where it's coming from. You're gonna be discombobulated. You're gonna be afraid. And that's the state of these people in America. They're gonna be afraid. They gonna, the only spirit they got to is go bow down to the beast. When they get afraid. So that's what's coming. The Lord's been warning you through His prophets. What verse are you in?
Verse 11.
Yeah.
It says, "And mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know."
And I was going to use the analogy. Have you ever been in a fight where you got in a confrontation and the guy's looking like they jumped you? What happens to the guy that got the most pride on him? He think he can't be hit, so he ain't watching his back. He's just like, what? I dare somebody. Thinking he ain't protecting his chin. He ain't watching hands. He just think he can't happen. Well, that's America. America think it can't happen, but guess what?
Feel too secure.
Exactly.
That's why the prophecy. Yeah, that's why the prophecy said that. "I sit as a queen, I'm no widow. I will not suffer the loss of children." That's the pride of somebody that feels secure, that they can never be touched, they can never be taken down.
That's what I was going to jump up to.
I'm gonna read this precept and then I'm going back to Isaiah. This is Jeremiah 50 and 23, and this is in the NLT. And it says, "How the hammer of the whole earth is crushed and broken."
How is America that hammer? What flexes what? It's nuclear capabilities and prowess across all the rest of these nations, man. They feel. Also, when you look at America, look at the top countries below America and their military spending, man. They have nothing combined against the amount of money that America pushes towards their military. So they're the hammer of the earth. Look at all the bombings that's going on. Who's doing it? Whose hand is behind it? Of course, it's the small hats, right? But they're the brain of the operation in America is the muscle.
Yeah. I think it might have, I don't know if it was you or one of you brothers, you had posted a tweet. I think it was Trump. He was issuing out a threat to Iran or one of those, like Syria, one of those countries. He was basically saying that if you don't comply, if you don't negotiate in a certain amount of time,
yeah, I saw that in the chat.
He said, we're going to bring out the hammer.
Yo.
He said that.
Yeah, buddy.
So that's how you know who the hammer of the earth is. Right?
What's the saying? When you're a hammer, everything looks like a man. Every problem looks like a man.
Exactly. It says, "How Babylon has become a horror of desolation among the nations. I set a trap for you, and you also were caught, O Babylon, and you did not know."
It's like a book of Psalms. It says, "He shall return upon his own fate." Because ultimately, all the nations that are nuclear capable, they're going to gather or join themselves with the bigger forces, Russia and China, as the scripture speaks about in Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. Russia shall be a guard unto them, right? And the scriptures tell us in the book of Jeremiah, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, man.
Can I bring this up? Quick movie analogy, right? Y'all see the movie Four Brothers?
Yeah, come.
Right, with Andre and Mark Wahlberg and
Tyrese.
right? what happened at the end when he was like, yeah, y'all get him, and he realized he was surrounded. That's the scenario at the very end where they had turned the tables on the kingpin or whatever, and now all his boys are surrounded him. Well, that's the same scenario right here. He thinking they got his back, but he done blocked them all off. They tired of your shit.
Training day.
Okay? Just if you catch the end of that movie, for you that haven't seen it or if y'all don't remember, that's the same situation. You have to think it came to such because he got that, you know, the NATO basically around him. Guess what? NATO tired of your shit too.
That's tough.
Yeah, boy, you going back.
I'll go back to Isaiah. I'll jump up now.
57.
Yeah.
67.
Isaiah 47:7, it says, and thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart. Neither.
So like, pride of America really don't consider that they should get repaid the evil that is done upon people. Like they can just untouchable. They can just go around pillaging, lying, stealing, deceiving, okay, with no repercussions. Because they forget there's a God in heaven that has these things set up. Okay? And it was different when you're waiting only for the Heavenly Father to make this. That's why he got a space force. Like if anybody can get us, it can only be an extraterrestrial force. But he don't realize that even his own allies design him like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this bitch, man. She's up there making trouble for everybody. Shit that don't need to be happening.
Just to add to the point, when it comes to fighting and combat, offense matters, but defense matters more, man. Because you can get off as many hits as you can, but if you're also taking hits, there's only so many hits you can take. So if the least amount of damage you take, that makes you that much more stronger.
That's real. That's right.
I had looked up real quick on ChatGPT. What are the top 3 countries that spend the most on their military?
Oh yeah.
Obviously, you know, it's the first is U.S. They spend roughly 900 billion to a trillion per year. And they said that takes up about 37 to 40% of total global military spending.
Wait, hold on. Think about how many countries? It's like hundreds of countries. Okay? And 40%. I think they said the next top 10 or something like that, still don't equal the same amount that they put out. Yeah, I want to say this about American spending, right? On the military. I used to be in the military, so military, their parts, labor and all that, it's primarily the parts, you know, because I used to work on airplanes. So one screw can be like $20,000.
That's
way overcharged, man.
crazy.
That's a lot of wasted spending.
That's waste. Wow.
Yeah, because these weapons manufacturers are privately owned, so they set the price of the missile. A missile could fucking cost $10 million. You know, and in America, you have to buy it. You know, so that's why America spends so much. You know,
Most of their spending is on offense, you know, on being able to fight.
yeah, because to project global power, you always have to be out and about. That's why it says this man is never at home. He's in everybody's land. That costs money.
Oh yeah.
Fuel to move around.
Bases. They got like 20 bases surrounding Iran and over there in the Middle East.
They got like 800 military bases worldwide.
Yeah, something like that.
This is number 2 is China with around 300 billion annually. And then Russia.
Can we make it quick? I like to bring the money situation up. They said $1 trillion, right? Y'all know how many billions is in $1 trillion? How many 300 billions is in $1 trillion? Well, we know it's like 3 of them. 300 billions.
300 billions.
The number,
333 billions.
right, to make a trip to close to be short.
Yeah, it's
to
to be
1
short.
trillion. The number is out of control. You know? Just showing you how much they put into that.
average
So here
American.
you got the big 50 cal with all the hollow point. He got all the, what does the Edomite do on the earth? When he go get his guns and his hunting rifle, why you got a fucking elephant guns when you shooting elk? What the fuck is you doing?
Overkill.
This is how he gets down. But when you can shoot an arrow, compound bow, do the same shit. That's that thick clay. The second chapter, which is that heavy net. That's the trillions of dollars going to the military.
And that you American citizens are paying to foot the bill, have been footing the bill. Where do your tax? Where do you think the rest of your taxes go after Israel get theirs? It's fucking military.
Yep.
To defend what? Not defend American and Israel's interests globally. Not to defend so-called American citizens here on this land.
Just for the small heads.
You got a little more.
The third one is Russia with 120 to 150 billion.
Those are the next two biggest ones. They know they gonna get double teamed. They got it. You got it.
Yep, back in verse 7, it says, "And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart."
Didn't that go right to Psalm 49? The inward thought of that their house shall continue forever. They don't think they're ever going to get taken out of power. These motherfuckers, they hit the Genesis mission, the Great Reset, and just going to start over. Like, you can't just, I know your 250 is up, but you can't just start over another 250 and then when you want to start over. That's how they do America.
Like the last 250 that didn't count.
Yeah, so we're going to get enough. We're going to do it. Matter of fact, this workout, which we know will, we're going to keep going. We're going to do as long as we want to.
This is the program.
Yeah.
It says, "So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it."
That they should get destroyed. And the prophecy is telling us the latter end of it.
And that's why what we're saying, what we're out here declaring, is very threatening to them.
Exactly.
We're actually telling them, no, you're not going to rule and dominate forever.
That's right.
You're actually going to have a violent end.
Con.
That's what the prophets are supposed to be saying.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, con.
Funny part about that also is not only are we saying it, they like, this is the beginning. Like, no, this is the end. All your moves that you're making that are transition to your beginning,
Checkmate.
exactly the moves of your end.
Check.
That's what we're saying. That's what they're like, now keep doing that. Keep doing that. Because this is only going to further your end, not your beginning. Okay?
If I can get this from the chat, right? It says, this is pertaining to that phrase, "I shall be a lady forever," right? It says, "This statement of pride, arrogance, and false security. The chapter is a prophecy against Babylon, which at the time was the dominant world empire, which it is to this day now. Back then, it was the Neo-Babylonian Empire ruled by the Syrians, and now we have Babylon the Great. It says, Babylon sees itself as untouchable, wealthy, powerful, secure, and culturally superior. Calling itself a lady forever means it believed its rule would never end. Its position of luxury and dominance was permanent. It was beyond judgment or collapse."
Yeah. Go back to the first line. I think you
Man.
get into it. There's something in there that you
It says, Babylon saw itself as untouchable, wealthy, powerful, secure, and culturally superior.
said. Culturally superior. Hey, but what happened to where you got your culture from? We know you tap in from all these empires that did fall, but Georgia is really based in Roman Empire culture, which somebody real quick get you, I forget the 7 or I forget the verse exactly, about Babylon the Great. Because we know, about Solomon and Gomorrah. Because we know what happened to Solomon and Gomorrah and the similar things that happen here because of the cultural, what did it say? The cultural what?
It said culturally superior.
Yeah, because of the culture. Yeah, and that's why you see rainbows everywhere and not after it rains.
Pride is part of the culture of Babylon.
Oh, yeah.
Arrogance is part of the culture of Babylon. Arrogance is part of the culture.
Exactly. Yeah.
Immorality, sexual immorality is part of the culture of Babylon. Luxury, greed, that's all part of the decadence. It's all part of the culture. You know? They talk about American culture, black culture. They really share the same attributes. It's all behaviors that's attested by the Heavenly Father. And our people, along with these Babylonians, they take pride in it. So they look at other countries as culturally superior. That's why they'll go to another country and, well, I'm an American, the American dollar in my pocket is stronger than your currency. So I'm better than you. You know what I'm saying? They'll treat you like a peasant in your country.
Your own country, right?
Then they got this that whole attitude. The people in these different countries, they still respect them.
Yeah.
Like you see Edomites, they go down to Mexico City and set up shop and set up, businesses and shit. And Jake down there still had that, like in Jamaica too. But you know how in Demolition Man where he couldn't. He couldn't kill. He didn't want to kill the main guy. It's like they got this psychological block on Jake where it's like do something. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, the scriptures talk about that wine. Babylonian wine. All these people, they all kind of
that philosophy.
They stagger with that was strong drink.
Like hypnotized.
Yes. Because like it says in that neighbor, she served the nations by her orders and her witchcrafts. So a lot of these people are they're mentally intoxicated off of Babylonian culture. You know? So going back, it says calling itself a lady forever means it believed its rule would never end. Its position of luxury and dominance was permanent. It was beyond judgment or collapse.
It's like a proud woman who believes she never got out of her prime. Just like our women. They always say, I'm a 10, even in their 50s, they're a 10. And Babylon got that same mind state.
They feel like they can never be held accountable.
Oh, yeah.
Why does that matter how many bodies I got?
Right.
The same America.
Yeah, why does it matter how many bombs we drop? You know? That make me evil. Shit, yeah.
Well, but here you go, Trump trying to rededicate America back to Christianity or to the Lord.
That shit.
It says pride and the illusion of invincibility. Babylon's confidence wasn't just political, it was spiritual arrogance. Later in the chapter, Babylon says, I am and there is none else beside me. That language echoes the kind of absolute self-exaltation reserved for the Most High only.
They're kind. And you see patterns through that and throughout the kingdom of leaders, man. Antiochus had that same spirit. You know, where he thought he was untouchable. Until it took Until it took the arm of Yahweh Shem Al-Shai and to weaken him to the point where he just started decomposing, man. You know, they had Herod as well. And they said that Herod was a god and they said he fell immediately. You know, because he accepted that title, man. So how much
did he die the same type of death? I know he was killed and he died, but
internally.
He was internally
rotting away.
Rotting away. He was rotting from the inside.
Gangrene.
So it seems like it's
like the kingdom
somebody can go to a biblical shot. I kind of see a correlation with that.
Trump,
He might have died the same way.
Trump just came out yesterday. I think the day before he had a press conference. He put tariffs on the whole world.
Yeah, he was talking shit.
And he's saying he has the right
15%
to destroy any country that he wants.
That dude prideful as hell.
Via either tariffs or by force. Not the pride, the arrogance,
audacity.
Say that to the world. You know, when you're a fucking draft dodger.
I got a precept real quick to go on Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. It's going into the point that he was saying, the elder was saying about they're thinking that their kingdom is going to continue forever. They have no end. You know that this, after they establish this technocracy, that's going to be the new beginning. They've had this attitude for forever. You know, they've done their wickedness and they continue to thrive. And that's what it says in Psalms. These are the wicked that prosper in the earth.
And the point you're making is simply you can't a country or a kingdom or even an empire have rules without the Most High at the forefront. You can't stand.
That's right.
Even if the Persians and the Medes was okay, okay. He's better than a lot of these others, especially these wicked Edomite rulership. But it wasn't prophesied for them to be the dominant kingdom for forever. That blessing falls on Jacob's. Okay?
We read that in Daniel. It says that our kingdom is going to be forever and ever. Our kingdom is going to be the only
It's all right, sorry.
eternal empire, and eternal rulership. It's going to be a world without end. Now, every other nation won't have that same luxury. They have their time to rule, and then it was time for them to be put down for another to be set up.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Motherfuckers is lucky y'all even got a chance to rule. Y'all don't have to do that.
Damn.
So be happy you did
great.
what you did. You
good.
fucked it off. Hey, this is what you get.
Somebody get that account in Acts. Start at the 21st verse.
Acts 12 and 21. And upon a set day, Herod, arrayed in royal apparel, sat upon his throne and made an oration unto them.
Now, hey, think of Babylon too, as we read about this.
Yep.
Because he had on his royal apparel, and then it says about the whore with the scarlet,
Scarlet color.
Revelation 18.
Yeah, Revelation 18.
Go into the color psychology of those two colors.
Yeah.
Scarlet and
Yeah, okay.
Sandwiches.
I'm gonna go with that.
That's
Yeah.
kind of
And then notice,
Clemson the crime.
Donald Trump, Nero 47, he been walking around with that purple
Yeah.
tie.
Yeah.
Or usually wears a rebel.
Sing.
A lot of times.
You can't make this up, bro. You can't make it up, bro. Man. It's all subliminal, bro.
And the people gave a shout, saying, It is the voice of a God and not of a man. And immediately the angel of the Lord smote him, because he gave not the Most High the glory. And he was eaten of worms and gave up the ghost.
Deal.
There it is.
Queen.
So that's confirming that he died a sinner's death to Antiochus Epiphanes. And they both self-exalted themselves to God status. They both had a God complex.
Yup.
Both happened to be Edom, Esau.
Trump has put the banners of himself all over.
Yep.
You know, he's talking about.
Then he talking about putting like an arch. Trump.
Yeah.
Come on,
I'm
bro.
gonna kill that nigga,
Come
boy.
on, man.
I'm pretty sure he's planning on building a statue somewhere too.
Oh, yeah.
And he's right in the middle of the entrance to the Grand Ballroom.
So the book of Maccabees, 2nd Maccabees, chapter 9 and verse 5, says, But the Lord Almighty, the power of Israel, how about Shinel Shai, smote them with an incurable and invincible plague.
Yeah, the same devil, just like Herod, and he's before Herod, right? He had the same attitude. He put hell on Jake.
Yep.
He wanted to be worshipped as a god. I think he tried to exalt himself. And I think it's it might have been in Daniel, either the 8th chapter or 11th chapter. But he pretty much tried to pride himself. Matter of fact, Daniel 8, I believe.
It's Daniel 8 and 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart.
Like him. Shall magnify himself in his heart. That's talking about Antiochus Epiphanes. That's exactly what he did.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And it was like, if you want to worship Zeus, you basically worship me.
I got a note I took from the commentary for that verse. He says, Antiochus, what was it? Antiochus Epiphanes, horrible death by worms and ulcers, when he was on the way to Judea, intending to take vengeance for the defeat of his armies by the Maccabees, was a primary fulfillment foreshadowing God's judgment on the last enemy of the Jewish church.
The Maccabees, which they were basically like, they were there to protect the legacy of the priesthood.
Yeah.
Preserve the priesthood.
Kind.
Right? And they was able to rededicate the temple. So we had to get the victory over this devil because he was the one that brought the abomination of desolation.
That's it. That's right.
Polluted our temple.
Yep.
So that devil had to pay.
Yep. Con.
Yeah.
Because the heathens, the Lord don't care about the heathens worshiping their own gods. But
It's con.
where they fucked up was trying to strong arm Israel to worship them.
That's it.
That's
Yep.
where they fucked up.
Yeah. That's what they fucked
And
up.
then right here, it says in the AI overview, dealing with Herod, right? It says, according to both biblical accounts and the first century historian Josephus, King Herod Agrippa died after being struck by an angel for accepting divine worship, resulting in a gruesome, painful death where he was eaten by worms. While Acts emphasizes the spiritual cause, Josephus describes a likely gangrenous condition where worms or maggots emerged from his body while he was alive. Specifically his genitalia,
Damn.
accompanied by severe.
Hey, so imagine if you was one of his concubines, you gotta go on there and spread this like, ugh. So who's that was just trying to, was that Clark or no, that was Nikki?
Oh,
That fuck around with Trump.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, she slurped him up.
Oh yeah.
Now she just threw him out.
I wouldn't require that less. If I was him, talk to you bitches, you know?
Yep. And that's some serious pain right there. It said through the genitalia.
That's like that shit gonorrhea.
Yeah.
Words.
Yeah.
Sick shit, man.
Scriptures tell you how the Most High, he's a jealous power, man. He said he would not give his glory to another. He would give his praise to graven images. So that was like a personal judgment because he's still alive while he's pretty much dying. He's alive.
Getting ate alive.
And another thing to consider, the Herodians, they came up under the law.
Oh yeah.
Because remember, their ancestors were forcibly converted to the law, statutes, commandments under John Hyrcanus. So they knew the law, but for him to still accept that type of worship that was being wicked towards Israel, the Lord had to get his ass.
Oh.
So the same thing, these devils, they know the law, and they swear on the scriptures. You know, they claim that through Christianity, they was able to get this land. They did all types of wickedness under the guise of Christianity. So the Lord's gonna hold them accountable too.
Yeah.
Right? So it says accompanied by severe abdominal pain. Right? So that's how he went out. That's how he got judged. All right. So now that we got both of those accounts, go ahead.
Is that Wisdom of Solomon 14?
I want somebody to get Isaiah 14.
Is that Wisdom of Solomon 14? We'll start here at 12. It says, for the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. Right? And these men were basically exalted unto gods or idols. Right? So through that process, guess what? The Lord requires death. And that's why these kingdoms have to continue to come to an end. Because what? They're not worshiping the Father in spirit and truth.
That's it.
And that's why the kingdom of Israel is going to last forever, because we won't be going off.
That's right.
You know? It's dying.
Yeah, Esau has managed to make himself into an idol. So the world, you know, they wander after his ways.
Yeah.
Look at their advanced technology. Look at their science. You know, look at how dominant they've been for all this time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at how. So you see these things, and you can see why this devil walks around with his head in the clouds.
Exactly.
This whole AI digital system that they've been creating,
Pump them up.
it prompts them to believe that they're God on earth. Right?
Exactly.
They have all this type of control, power. You know what I mean?
Yeah, ultimately, they have a foothold on all facets of life. From food to education, to politics, to entertainment. Man, that's pretty much everything, man. The environment, right?
They would be able to gene edit you if they want to. Like who posted that? Where they said that now they can start putting
genetic
RNA in your produce.
Oh man, yeah.
You know?
That's great.
Spraying nanites above us.
Can't stand this motherfucking devil.
But that goes back to this devil, going back to Isaiah 47.
Yeah.
You know, I am and none else. Thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, and thy knowledge it hath perverted thee.
Man.
You know? So, Isaiah 14, where it says, you can read it either way, where it says the worms.
I get the KJV. Isaiah 14, and I start at verse 11. Thy pomp is
Start at 4 and then read.
Isaiah 14, starting at verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked, and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no failure has come up against us. Hell,
That's when Esau going to captivity. And these other nations. America got to be destroyed. Our shop basically got to set up his kingdom on the planet Earth. And the fir trees will be like, you're going to rejoice. You know, the animals going to be rejoicing. Esau, he's not destroying the planet Earth. He's in captivity.
That's it.
hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Yep.
Hell. Grave and suffer slavery. Because hell is a condition. Also, it can mean the grave as well.
They stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. They have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the ground, to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. The worm is spread under thee.
That's going to be a rude awakening for the top elite Edomites.
Exactly.
They're going to be hiding in the bunkers. They're going to be hiding in deep undersea ocean stations and shit. Space stations. Right?
That's right.
The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. The worms cover thee.
It's spread.
It symbolizes decomposition, decay, which the society is going through.
Decomposing.
There's no reverse. Yeah. That's like it's a plague.
Exactly.
Babylon is being plagued.
Exactly.
You don't know if a false flag can happen. You know, anywhere you go, it's danger. People don't trust each other. You know, there's a lot of uncertainty in the air. There's a lot of pessimism.
Anxiety.
Yeah, anxiety. You don't know what can happen.
People on edge.
It used to just be Jake walking around each other and be like, head on the swivel. Now it's everybody. Everybody's on the swivel. What's happening? People running up and sticking people and just robbing and that's what society's at right now. How this man supposed to make it great again with this environment going on? How's he gonna stop that? Well, you're a hammer. Now about to hammer the American citizens.
That's it.
So what is that? So he can't cognitively think how to quell this. Easiest way to quell civil unrest within your citizens, give them some fucking money.
That happens.
And that ain't happening. You know that
That's not happening.
Any money that they're gonna give you is gonna be the debt that you already been paying.
Exactly.
Any money they're gonna give you is gonna be not too high, not too low,
Just
enough for
enough.
you to give it
Exactly.
Right back.
Exactly.
Right. Like those rebate checks that allegedly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's just money that they've been take it from you any fucking way. But they're just
And he
gonna
didn't
give
even
right
give it
back to
all.
you.
That's
he didn't
it.
Give it all back.
Yeah, it's just a little portion of it.
Exactly.
You know?
Not even close.
That is your regular work check. And your regular work check is getting taxed with anywhere from a quarter to 30%. So essentially that means that you're really only working or getting paid three-fourths of the year.
That's
You know, the
fucking
first quarter of the year, you're basically working for free.
yeah. I'm tired
That's
of this.
slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
You get a quarter slavery, 1% slavery is still fucking slavery. I was gonna say, by the way, you slaves, y'all not getting reparations. So hang that shit up. That's
Exactly.
it. Man, that ain't even been talked about. They won't even go back into the conversation of didn't he promise to tax-free overtime? What happened to that?
Lying.
That was the truth.
Yeah,
Right.
What happened to that?
It's not the full overtime. It's only 2/3 of the overtime.
Yeah.
Hey, this place is through, man.
It's fucking
The
done.
worms is spreading over.
The can. This
The
place.
infrastructure is trash. The bridges can't stay intact. They constantly falling apart. Freeways. Here in Vegas, it's always construction on the roads all day, every day.
Every
They said
fucking
that's
all
the-
throughout Vegas.
Right.
That's
crazy.
The state landmark in Orange County.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Building up all traffic everywhere.
You see LA.
Oh, LA is terrible.
Man, like construction.
It's terrible.
They gotta get the political record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just, the city just milks the money, man. They could fix a fucking road in 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
They do that shit in China.
Yeah, right.
So overpasses and shit in a weekend in China.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just milking
But-
that shit.
You know, those unions,
Yeah.
they're bad too. They just milk the money, man. It's all just scammy, man.
It's all a big.
What is that? Market for gain. Everything they do here is just a way to extort money out of the people.
Yeah, so
Facts.
when people come here,
Ponzi scheme.
when people come here, they see like, man, this shit is not it. This ain't what we thought.
You thought the streets paved to go. This shit kind
People come here and see all the unnecessary bullshit that you gotta pay for. When Esau considers necessities, you know, like you gotta pay for insurance and
Gentle?
health, medical,
Healthcare. Man.
all that shit.
Fuck this, bro.
You gotta pay to park on a public street.
That's
you
fucking
buy
crazy.
your food,
You walk through, yeah, it's all good.
you buy your food with chemicals in it on purpose. You know, which leads to the medical. That's what's fucked up about it. It's an endless cycle of just condemnation. You're constantly condemned over and over and over, and it starts at the top. And that's what brother's reading about. If it starts at the top, as is the king, as is the ruler, as is the people. Don't matter.
I think so. That was the main point about how the worms would cover and spread. So and after reading about how those previous rulers in their dominant position, when their empire was dominant, they had that God self-defined confidence.
Yep.
They deified themselves. So Babylon self-deified itself.
Exactly.
And now the worms is starting to spread.
It can't away.
And that's why this place is experiencing what it's experiencing.
Yep. That's right.
It's like they sometimes people forget that eventually they're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
So while they're alive, they live thinking, I'm going, hey, especially when you're young. You think that you're just always gonna be young, you're never gonna get old, you're never gonna get sick, and your death is just never gonna come to you.
It's pride.
Forget.
That's interesting you say that, right? We know that usually widows are women that are up in age, they're older, they're up in age, they didn't had a husband that had passed on already, so she's older, and she's, normally in the ancient world they would remain unmarried and be widowed, but they would be much more older, they would be the younger women. We know that younger women, they have that sense of pride when they're in their prime.
Yep.
When they're in their prime, you can't tell them nothing.
Sure can't.
You know?
Facts.
And that's how Babylon has always carried itself. You know? I'll never get old. I'll always have security. I'll always do what I want. I'll always be able to get what I want. So that's why Babylon is a comparison of a woman.
Exactly.
You know? A harlot at that. You know? And she got connects over here with this dude. She got connect with this guy over here.
Like I said,
And that represents these nations that are that have trade or trade relations with the Lord.
Micah 7 and 10. She does, man.
So Wisdom of Solomon 2, verse 6 says, "Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures."
This is the yellow scripture, as I like to call it.
"And let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of our
And part of that
voluptuousness."
crown is that exalt themselves. Remember that was people were doing that with
Filter.
The filter, yeah.
It says, "Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion, and our lot is this. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow."
Let us exalt ourselves over the lowly. That's not what the sentiment of the scripture is talking about, though. You're supposed to help the fatherless and the widow, the lowly. Because that's usually who was lowly. If you were young and everybody is a man, you work so you can get yourself together. If you were a young woman, you married that man, took care of you. So everybody that was youth was usually good, unless you became a widow or unless you became up in age.
It says, "Nor revenge."
Yeah, if you were fatherless, you didn't have any protection, security, guidance. You was fatherless, and you were vulnerable. Vulnerable to the enemy. Just like in this society, Jake is vulnerable to the enemy because the father was kicked out.
That's right.
Philosophies, and
Somebody got it.
right.
And what it said in Job 39 chapter, she leaveth her eggs in the dust of the earth, forget that the feet can crush them. And then it'll project to the opulence. That's the society now. If you were fathers. Go ahead.
"Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion, and our lot is this. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. Let our
Hey,
strength..."
every society, where did I read that at? I think it was East Indian or Arab, man. I think it was East Indian, man. He goes, only a society that doesn't take care of their elderly is bound to crumble. I forget how it goes, but basically every society, like in the ancient cultures in the Middle East, and over the Eastern world over there, they all take care of their elderly. The parents move in, so they don't have to do that. But then the system of that, they help babysit the children. They can work and bring to the house. It's a good ecosystem, but they're being taken care of. The mother sharing, the grandmother basically sharing recipes with the wife. The daughters are learning from both of them, so they're seeing the structure of how they're passing down the custom. Right. The men are out to that equipment for you to say about the elderly. Leviticus 19:32 NLT. Stand up in the presence of the elderly and show respect for the age. Fear your power, Yahweh. I am the Lord. Yep.
And that's kind of that don't know the truth. That's kind of embedded in our culture that you see the elderly in the store, you open the door for them. You see them struggling, you help them, you grab that off the.
This generation and a half.
Yeah,
Try.
Yeah, but that's you don't even have it's something that you don't even gotta say. He's like, oh shit, let me get you with that. Let me help you with that, sir. Let me help you with that. But these, like you say, these niggas nowadays. But that's just something that we're supposed to do. That we did. Even in this condition that we're in, we still had some respect for the elders.
What do they call you now? Like if you in the 40s late 30s, 40s, 50s, they call you an old head. Or unk.
Right,
Because I was laughing at this, the young guy at the gym told me about it. He said because it represents an older way of thinking. Which we know from the scriptures, the old path is the right path. So the older you go back, the closer to that right way. You know, where the manners were at, where the chivalry was at. You know, now, all this lawlessness and nobody can tell a teenager nothing.
Oh, this generation cooked.
Oh yeah, done.
Even the idea of AIDS itself has become a negative stigma. Like, because somebody got up in AIDS, it's looked at as a negative thing. That's a blessing.
Survive. You barely growing up in Babylon the Great as a Jake, man. You know if you done made it through to get to this age?
Shush.
There's no reason why a 60+ year old person should come out of retirement, make ends meet, get a job part-time.
Exactly.
There's just absolutely no reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You got fucking 70-year-olds
Still like
ran out of the fucking retirement money. Now they're just fucking their family members, you know, disposed of them. The government absolutely just doesn't care for them. What are these people supposed to do?
Cutting off their Medicaid, say Social Security.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wicked society, man.
They're gonna work you from you're gonna basically work till you're dead. That's how it's designed here.
Point blank,
You know? And that's why it says back in Isaiah 47, thou hast laid the yoke upon the ancient. You know? Thou hast laid thy yoke upon the ancient. You didn't show no compassion or nothing. Because this place is all about greed, capitalism. And we even use elderly people that are not even able, that's barely able-bodied to capitalize on your labor. You know?
That's right, yeah.
Capitalize on your labor.
Shush. You ain't never lying about that.
So that's another reason why this place gotta go.
You had this one devil, Ben Shapiro. He's a small hat. He was being interviewed about the retirement age, and he said the retirement age needs to be raised, and there's absolutely no reason why you should want to retire anyways. You know? And if you can't afford to live here, then maybe you should leave.
Damn.
Look, yeah, now here's the crazy part. There's a fight or whatever going on, and it sounds like she said that he stole her bike.
Nigga went to the rescue.
Look. What you gonna do in heels in a minute? What you gonna do in heels in a minute, sir? But look, why are you over there? Look, he was stealing her bike.
If the black people fight, she would have took out her phone and recorded that.
Now, but that goes to show you how ain't nobody over there black. So, you know, that's in the middle of that altercation. Because it's a spectacle when niggas do it.
Evil.
But now, like this situation, this is other people that these curses is falling on.
Hey, like I said, Babylon is cooked.
Yeah.
Done.
This place is cooked.
What if that man could have got up and knocked the nigga woman out? Then what?
Well, there's a scripture that say, he that meddleth with teaching that doesn't concern him is like one that taketh a dog by the ear.
At least right, I go to
One of them could have went over there and got hurt. Now you got Metro. But don't get distracted.
Yeah.
So
that shit.
I'm gonna read some more from the chat today.
I want to go back to
Yeah.
It's tied into what you think about it.
He didn't finish it.
You had something different?
Bro, he's still dealing with Isaiah 47.
No, that is. So you got it.
Back on the chat, right, it says,
It's all right.
dealing with that particular verse, Babylon feeling invincible, it says these are the reasons: military dominance, economic wealth, strong fortifications, a history of conquest, belief in its own superiority. But Isaiah's message is that the pride blinded Babylon. It assumed permanence, but it would fall suddenly.
So, that's it, 7.
You gotta, like you said when you first started reading that, you gotta read that and imagine America.
And I asked it, right? It says, now regarding the United States under the Donald Trump administration, it says, supporters often describe the administration's rhetoric as emphasizing national strength, economic self-confidence,
It's all right.
border control and sovereignty,
You good. Yeah.
military power, America first national. Right? It says critics argue that some of the rhetoric can sound like exceptionalism framed as moral superiority, dismissal of international constraints, confidence that American dominance is secure or inevitable.
You can say, they say confidence, it's pride.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's pride.
They condescend a lot of shit, which is a part of, a byproduct of pride as well.
It's different between confidence and pride.
It says, if we compare America and Babylon symbolically, it says both involve strong national self-assertion, both project confidence in continued dominance, both can be perceived as emphasizing strength over vulnerability.
They'd be the most vulnerable. They project strength, but they'd be the most vulnerable. Go back to that because it goes right back into that decay. How something became, how Herod became, and how it just down the passes down the countries.
Back in 2 Maccabees chapter 9, verse 5. It says, but the Lord Almighty, power of Israel, smote them with an incurable and invisible plague. For as soon as he had spoken these words, a pain of the bowels that was remediless came upon him. And so
Remediless. There's no balm for your pain.
That's it.
it's always like terminal, man.
There's no cure.
You only have so many days to live.
Hey, well, that goes back to Daniel 5, right? These were noticed. It said many terrible months. Like days are numbered in the balance.
The brother said last night, he said America's on hospice. Hospice is, you understand what hospice is, brother, I mean, I know a hospice. You can get
Yeah, y'all good. No problem.
America's on hospice, so what does that mean? That means you just want to make you comfortable on the way out.
Yeah.
That's all hospice is there for. So that's what it is.
And when you in the hospital bed, before you go out, you got family, you got TV.
And that hospital, they got the priest come down and the priest.
They make a wish.
They try to make you as comfortable as possible on your way out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Elevation. Got the little remote right there.
It's like America, they want to go out and they sleep. No, man, you gonna go out violently.
Oh yeah.
Violence shall not be thrown down.
Make a wish.
Like the one thing, just take care of the old people.
Oh, you just went in there and just start just punching.
The nigga look like Leon. Snowfall. Was he calling the Edomites too or no?
Yeah.
No, I thought
They were trying to claim that he knew he was an Israelite or something like that.
Yeah.
I think vocab had to say something.
That's what it's gonna be like. Where America's one of the bed in their defenses. They can't block the punches. They can't do nothing. They can't holler to the nerves.
He gotta take
they can't
that
ring
shit.
the bell. They can't do nothing. They can't move.
That's the warning that the Lord has given Babylon.
Yep.
Despite all this, that you think you have, the Lord is going to catch you He's putting you in a trap, a snare, that you won't be able to escape from.
Son.
All these nations are gearing up. They're preparing themselves.
Prepping, yep.
While you're systematically impleting, it's like you're imploding. You're systematically imploding while all your enemies are preparing themselves for you.
Yep.
So the Lord is the one that's actually setting it up.
Yep. Set the stage, yep. Huh.
You know?
That's it.
Second Exodus. It says, I'll continue in verse 5. It says, a pain of the vows that was remediless came upon him, and sore torments of the inner parts. Hey, that's like, that's really exactly what's happening here. The inner parts, the inside of America, man, it's really feeling that pain now.
Yeah.
You know? And you're rotting. Think about it. You're alive.
In right.
You're fucking rotting from the inside.
And 8 out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, every movement, every function is felt tough, right? Because no longer is it, hey, something as simple as you drinking water. Hey, that brings a pain to you. Now that water has to travel through the intestines.
Damn.
Rot it out, you know?
Damn.
So now they're leaking. Hey, now it's blood and pus in those internal organs.
Damn.
You got the president shitting himself on national TV.
Everybody knows that computers to wrap it up.
No more questions. Everyone out.
No more questions.
Damn.
No, I should have put that in the pins.
He can't control his bowels,
Oh,
just
man.
like this.
Lucky, man.
Like it says right here.
Shit, that's crazy. It's over, bro.
You know?
Shit.
Yeah, well, that's
Oh, shit.
the birth. Really, you can compare it with also the birth pains, travail.
Con.
People are feeling it, man.
Oh,
It
yeah.
tells you that in Ecclesiastes about how the grinding shall cease
Yeah,
because it's few. You know, we're in that evil time.
that's right.
People out of work, inflation, gas prices, what you paying at the grocery store, a lot of
Yes.
evictions, homelessness, a lot of meth heads, perk heads,
There's a multitude.
And the crimes, the
murder suicides.
like the what's that word? Like the level of crimes, not just like, oh, he kills somebody, guys. It's like the level of the violence, the anger that's going into these crimes.
Violent crime rate.
Yeah, like people are really like taking out their frustration on other people out here, man. You know, there's absolutely no love. Yeah. So this society's on a downward spiral, man.
Mm-hmm. Done.
It's fast.
Done.
You know.
That's it. It's on the downward.
You know how like you have a person that they're suffering a lot of pain.
Mm-hmm.
They know that they're in pain, but they don't want to outwardly show that they're in pain.
Mm-hmm.
That's America.
Shh. Damn. Their
They're
face.
shame, man.
Their face. Yep.
America's in a lot of hurt.
Oh yeah.
They just don't want to show the world that. They still gotta assume they're dominant, you know,
Position.
position.
Yep.
You know?
Done.
Yeah. Poker face.
It's that pride.
Y'all know who we are. We still America. We still our currency is still the top currency, even though it's dying. You know?
It's the pride.
You know?
It's that pride, man.
Yep. And your armadas, they don't really intimidate those nations over there anymore, because you got that 04 carrier, which is worth billions of dollars. Think about it. All that money, all that personnel that it takes to power that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Iran said it only takes one missile to put that thing at the bottom of the sea.
Damn.
So you here you are, you have billions of dollars in this warship, and all they need is a couple of missiles, man.
Glass door.
Like it's the destruction of 10 hours. Household great riches shall come on not in 1 hour. They can go on this all these hundreds of years of
America's the house.
in 1 hour. This goes
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
beautiful part about it is about that hour. You think about the grand scheme of time for the amount of an empire, a world dominant empire,
50
take
years.
it down
In 1
in an
hour.
hour. It don't mean that it's gonna take an hour to do it. It just means that's how fast. Because it ain't gonna be a minute, but it'll be like from 1 hour to the next. So 12. So the time that we've been teaching, this shit gonna be nothing.
From the beginning to now,
Yeah.
it'll be over.
Long on, been on. You know.
You see the Most High, because of the wickedness of this place and the people, He gonna slow that hour down, where you know the ones that partake in the second death, they're gonna feel every moment. You know, they're gonna feel those missiles. They're gonna feel the torment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're gonna be some of them gonna be in good case because they think they made it through the famine, they made it through the plagues. You know, for the Most High to ultimately destroy them in this missile fire.
Mm-hmm.
Boxing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
boxing.
rounds, like 10 minutes. Yeah, 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's 12 by a lot of difference happening.
You watch one full episode of Black Mirror and it's over.
Damn. Yeah.
The Lord was that in Zephaniah said that I will make it speedy riddance. Yeah, man. All the time the Lord allowed you
Annihilation.
to position yourself. You know, all that labor, you taking down the tribes and exploiting the tribes to build up the empire, free slave labor, how you was able to set up Wall Street, stock market,
Babylon.
you know, and you boomed into a huge empire, a dominant empire. For the Lord to, in just 1 hour, bring all of that to nothing. It's gonna be as if you never existed.
Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way.
Hey,
Bitch.
Sodom and Gomorrah, people that don't know about that history, if they took a flight over there, they would have never known that those cities over there used to be an actual civilization. You never know that.
Right.
There would be no way. There would be no way of you ever knowing that if it wasn't recorded in the scripture.
The history right there. Biblical history.
And the fact that those archaeologists that were over there proved that it definitely used to be inhabited. It used to pop inside of me. You know. You hear the music playing
Move,
like
bitch.
it's popping over there. How Babylon is always known as it over there.
Hey.
That was all this partying and decadence. It was like that in Sodom and Gomorrah, man. It was popping.
Move, bitch. Get
But
out
it
the
was
way.
full of sodomites.
The Lord just pulled the plug on that shit, man.
In one day,
One day.
it only took one event, and the Lord wiped them flat.
It's like from the evening that the angels came to the next day, they stayed overnight.
I was trying to slow it down. Like, hold on, think about it. You gotta be 50 people in here, don't you?
Hey, Abraham. Yep.
Man, get the hell out of here.
Yep,
This
come.
place is out. That's what America's like.
Come.
Hey, if you're not watching these videos with the intent to get salvation, and you're moving with reverence, fear and reverence of Yahweh Shai, hey man, just chill, man, and catch a message. You should be watching these with intent, not for entertainment, but intent to build your faith up, that your works will reflect that of the elect.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, so that you can escape these plagues that we're talking about. Well, somebody read that too, didn't they?
I don't think they read it yet.
Oh,
So
shit.
while you get that, also get Sirach 10.
I got you.
I think I like that 13 verse.
Jude verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them, in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
That's the same judgment of Babylon the Great, aka America.
Yep.
Okay? So it has to go down with great violence, man. Okay, it said, what did it say? Brimstone, fire and brimstone. Well, we know that's how it went down. Well, it's a similar thing. It's just gonna come by nuclear missile.
That's it.
Nuclear wars here.
Eternal fire.
Eternal fire. And the eternal fire, just like America, is that it won't ever be inhabited. It's so destroyed.
Yep.
Just to say it simple.
You better believe before the Lord rained fire and brimstone in that place. I'm pretty sure a lot of those them freaky ass Hamites, they had a level of security. You know, it was because that the behavior that was allowed, it was actually protected, just like here in America. Any country that give these abominations of rights, that is protected. So you could just continue to do iniquity.
You think everything's
You
sweet.
could be a big demon. You could be lawless. So the Most High, when there's no retribution for it, when there's no judgment, the Lord ultimately takes it into his hands. Babylon is ruled by lawless devils. That's why it's nothing but lawless behavior here.
Witchcraft.
So what do you think is
all
going to
type
happen?
shit, Yep.
They got to be brought to judgment.
Gone.
Because real judgment isn't going forth. The law is slack here in Babylon. All right. And what was one of the things? What was one of the attributes of Sodom? When you read Ezekiel,
It was wealthy. Yeah.
that was the first one.
Yep.
Pride.
Definitely pride. Yep.
They had a lot of pride, man. You know, they was doing it every day. They was partying, getting their freak on. They was doing it all: eating, drinking, marrying, giving in marriage, same-sex marriage.
Yep.
And they felt invincible. You know, they had businesses, shops. They had an economy. They had it all.
They were flowing.
On the other side of the Dead Sea. And so the Lord, he had it to where like, all right, I'm enough of this shit. I'm done with this.
Right.
Abraham, well, he didn't tell him this verbatim, but when you read Genesis, the 18th chapter, because the Lord was getting ready to judge those cities, and Abraham, he knew. So in his fear, he asked the Lord, out of this, for the sake of his nephew Lot,
Right.
hey, if there be at least this amount of people that are righteous,
Would he save it?
will you spare and not destroy them? The Lord was like, man, go find 40, go find 30, go find 20.
Go find 10.
Matter of fact, go find 10.
That's right.
Right. If you get one, it's gotta be one.
Yeah.
But then said the angel snapped it vividly while the car was hit. Get your ass out of here. It's time, man. It's over.
Yeah.
And that same fetch, that same, is that the word we looked up in Deuteronomy?
So you gonna fetch thee?
I think that might be the same Hebrew word. I don't know.
Yeah, basically to take you, like to abduct you.
Yeah. Righteousness.
Sirach 10.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 13. It says, "For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination."
Pour out abomination. Like I said, those cities, Sodom, Gomorrah, Zoar, all of them, and the other city, they all had that prideful attitude because they was able to just do what the hell their flesh desired without any consequence.
Exactly.
Without any, like they didn't have, these were Canaanites, so they didn't have Leviticus 20:13 as a law back then to govern them. They didn't follow our law.
Yep.
They were lawless.
Yep, they were.
I would say they didn't have immediate consequences.
Right.
That's what you said.
They weren't
Meaning
made
it was
to
seen as a normality, that behavior.
Yeah.
And it got so fragrant flagrant that the Most High got tired of it.
This thing is probably like Vegas. People showing up that wasn't even wicked, but they show up and hang out like this shit is powerful.
Oh, this shit is.
Try that.
People come here and they get their soul took.
Yep.
People come here and never go back to where they came from.
Come,
Hell no.
I moved here.
For the wickedness.
Or Hollywood.
It caters to the
Any
flesh.
place here in Babylon.
Yeah.
Really.
That tells you that in Revelation 18 as well, when this place gets destroyed, it talks about all the things that made it rich. One of those things was the souls of men and slaves.
Yep. Sure did.
So this is a highly wicked, sinful society.
Man. Wicked.
But read that again.
Wicked, bro.
It says, for pride is the beginning of sin. And he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities.
And the Lord, therefore the Lord did what?
Brought upon them strange calamities.
He brought upon them strange calamities.
And overthrew them utterly.
And overthrew them utterly. So how did he overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah and the other 3 cities?
Nuclear fire.
That was a strange overthrow.
Yeah, sure.
When before that, when do we read the Lord destroying cities in that manner with fire and brimstone?
Shit, you really don't.
That was new.
That was brand new.
This is how I'm gonna address this shit.
Fire from the sky.
Y'all too thick,
Jeez.
out in the open, no shame,
No
just
shame.
like you see here.
Yeah. That's true.
Right, it says that
But not like it. But the difference is now, your children ain't safe. They snatch your children into
Man, this place gotta go.
little toddlers, babies.
They take them to the hospital.
Yeah. See, when we read in the account with a lot, these were grown men trying to go after other grown men. Here in Babylon, they going after the little babies.
That shit, man. That shit gotta, man.
So this shit is beyond wickedness.
Yeah,
See,
God.
I forget the guy's name. He said, all you, what did he say? You wonderful black, curvy black women. How much for your eggs?
For your
They started
head.
at 100. We're like, 100? Okay, all right. So I started at 5.
Like he's at a black harvesting wholesale auction. Yeah.
Sick
So
ass.
ordering like you ordering from fucking Popeyes. That's how you order. How much for your eggs? Nothing like.
Sick.
The question is why are they even in this at the same table? And the look on the other guy's face looking like, let us sit there and drink so we can get to see if we want out. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it kind of had to look like.
Sick shit,
You
man.
do all this shit with cameras on this.
Yeah, it's real, like, you got your price. Just give it to me.
It's sick. And then the more they going into the Steam files, they're talking about how certain celebrities are actually boasting about how much human meat they eat.
I have something.
Like Ellen DeGeneres.
Bro, I have it.
Yeah. Her,
It says-
they said Leonardo DiCaprio.
It says that Ellen DeGeneres is known as Hollywood's most prolific cannibal.
Come on, man.
Sick.
Eat babies, bro.
Sick, bro.
Who was she talking to about pizza?
That was
It's at the Grammys.
All of them.
Was it Sam? Yeah, but I'm saying she was like, her show came on at like 3 in the afternoon. Like, you know, to talk about that in the middle of the afternoon.
They call that shit jerky. Yeah, jerky. They jerky out there. But she knew that he was coming. That's why she fled to I don't know where. She's not in America. She fled to Europe somewhere.
It's just like Tom Hanks and that man too.
The nigga Russell Simmons.
Yeah, they all fled.
And they think they're gonna get away with it. But how do you get away from Yahweh Shem Shah?
There's no escape.
Justice. From his judgment.
King of the universe. How do you escape the king of the universe?
How do you hide from it?
What did he say? The Joker told the crime family in the Dark Knight, Batman has no jurisdiction. He's gonna find him and make him talk. Now, I know the squealers. Anyway, yeah. So Yahweh Shah don't have bounds where you can go, where you can't touch it. International law don't do that.
Yep.
it's all about righteousness. He's gonna come and find you and set this back right.
Yeah, the Lord got to thrust that sickle in.
That's it.
He has to. The wickedness, the vault is overflowing with the fats of wickedness.
Time is down.
Yep, trying to harvest.
Straight up cannibalism.
Man,
And you're not eating human flesh because you ain't ate in 10 days.
it's wicked.
You eat it because it's a luxury for you.
Man.
Because you worship Satan.
Because once they get off that drug, essentially, right, which is that flesh, and then you start to see their true age showing.
Yeah.
So they're basically vampires.
Witches. If a witch stops eating babies, her true identity shows, which is the all hag.
You know, I seen that movie, Weapons?
I think, yeah.
You see that old lady in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie, the Three Wishes, the Disney movie,
Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
Children, isolated children, you know.
Hansel and
Hansel
Gretel,
and Gretel, yeah.
you know?
The other, the Jim Carrey old movie, the comedy about Once Bitten. She had to keep eating a virgin. Blood is sweeter and all that sort of
What's it called?
And this is all influenced by ancient Babylonian
Taser.
showing you that this place is also the mother of harlots. Because it took in all these paganistic customs from ancient Samaria to Egypt to Babylon. All right, and of course, this is Rome 2.0.
Of course.
Because the Greeks and the Romans took from ancient Egypt and Babylon.
Yep, sure did.
Esau just repackaged it.
That's it.
But this is all tied in one. So that's another reason the Lord's gonna make this place. He's gonna do it worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. Right.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, he's gonna do it worse. Because this is, we talking from Cali to Maine. How many square miles is that?
About that.
Those 5 cities, that's not even a quarter, right? Compared to Babylon.
Whole state, yeah, correct.
You said it's far worse in the end now than it was back then.
Smoke is gonna go up way longer than it did in Sodom and Gomorrah.
Did it say forever?
Yeah.
But I mean, we know it ain't gonna be literally, but it's gonna be in your mind forever.
It's gonna be in memory, yeah, God.
And I'm pretty sure when Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed, remember how they said, Rahab the we heard about so I'm pretty sure that the surrounding cities, the known world knew about that event. You know, it wasn't just like secluded to Lot and his 3 daughters. Like, okay, no. Because you know, you probably had travelers like, oh shit, what the fuck happened here? You know,
think about you on the way down there, you on the mountain about to come down and then you see shit happen.
What the fuck happened?
And the word travels, like, oh shit. You know, someone said they saw fire coming from the sky. You know,
He said it one time. He said it went viral before the internet. About what happened.
That's right.
But it's a lot. Real quick. I'm not gonna be long. The brother looked up this cannibalism legal in the U.S. It says this is just asking while there is no specific federal law in the U.S. that explicitly bans the act of cannibalism, it is effectively illegal through various homicide, desecration of a corpse, and food safety laws. Idaho is the only state with the statute specifically criminalizing the act.
Damn.
Was that in Arizona?
The one that just discovered, right?
It was like a chop shop for body parts. I did a lesson on that shit, man. It was like, you know, you thinking your family member is, oh, we want to study this person for science and shit. Like, nah, yeah.
You're about to sell your organs like car parts.
Yeah.
It turns out that those school pictures were just a menu. It's just a menu.
Just to keep data.
We was all on the menu. We was
Damn.
all on the menu, bro.
Damn.
You can't make it up.
Can't make it up.
What do you think happens to those kids that in like Sandy Hook and the one in Texas? Okay, there. We need some kids. Okay, let's have a school shooting. So you know, we can get some. You know, we can get our grub on pretty much.
And you just know.
Damn, boy.
when they use harp on those Caribbean islands, they salivate. Soon as they send a hurricane or whatever, or earthquake over there, they finna land with the premise of
I'm getting them.
gather up as many kids as we can.
One that was the earthquake in Haiti was a big one.
That was a huge.
That was
We can find a baby, a live baby in some rubble. Oh, we got
You rescued them.
people were emotional.
Hey, Blue Cross. What's those?
Red Cross.
Red Cross.
Blue Cross.
Yeah.
Salvation Army.
Salvation.
Bro,
They gonna fucking sick.
Angelina Jolie got like 3 kids. Brad Pitt.
Yeah, that was like a thing in Hollywood. Oh, let's got some kids and all that shit. Like,
Get Wisdom of Solomon 12.
If they should be in trouble, we should find him there first.
Oh yeah.
He's always there at the drop of a dime to do what he got he's there to do. So when these disasters
That's why I
hit
said
the
you
world,
never trust on enemy.
that's right.
Because he preys on your weakness and vulnerability. You've been hit with something strong and it just did a lot of damage. It caused a lot of ruins and knocked your power, electricity out. People didn't ransack the stores, so it's really any food left.
Yep, it's wonderful.
You for the picking now.
Yep.
They can move in with their little army or whatever and act like they trying to, we want to get you to shelter. We want to help you find your family. Nah, they gonna take you somewhere else.
Exactly.
Yeah, get that one right there.
Picking them out.
Yeah.
That wasn't funny as Joe Torre joke about Michael Jackson. Sitting on the balcony picking children. But that was what they really be out there doing now. Not necessarily him as is coming out, but with others.
See, and it's crazy because we know with Levi, we know what they be capable of.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like if I wouldn't be surprised if Levi, they'd have to resort to that cruelty. And the instruments of cruelty just to keep them devils from
That's what
doing
happened.
that shit.
That's what happened during the revolution.
Yeah, that's how they
That's how they won.
Yeah.
Even though they still lost, but that's how they won.
Get that in what's it
Solomon.
Yeah, you can.
It's Wisdom of
It's
Solomon.
just the same wicked acts that the Lord condemned the wicked Canaanites for that's big here in Babylon. So it's more charges on Babylon.
Wisdom of Solomon 12 from the top. For thine incorruptible spirit is in all things. Therefore chastenest thou them by little and little that offend, and warnest them by putting them in remembrance wherein they have offended, that leaving their wickedness they may believe on thee, O Lord. For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices.
Yeah.
And also,
That's what that boils down to. The reason why they even do this in Hollywood is a sacrifice to demons.
Yep, that's it.
That's where they get their synergy from.
Sick ass
Right.
motherfuckers,
and also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of man's flesh and the feast of blood.
Followers of men's flesh and feast of blood.
You read the F-5?
You wonder why those Iranians burned that big ass statue of Baal.
Oh yeah.
Along with the who did they have? They had some of the Trump, some of the world leaders, Epstein, BB.
What's the Iranian guy over there? Solomon or whatever?
No, that's
I don't know
the leader of Iran.
I don't know if it was him.
You mean
Somebody else, it's probably one of their cohorts that got it in there.
I don't know.
I got the
Osama bin Laden?
They was burning that shit up, man.
Osama bin Laden,
They was burning it up.
And then they were offended by it.
Yeah.
The small hat was offended.
Because it's calling you out.
Right. If you're innocent, you had nothing to do with that. Why would you be offended?
Yeah.
See, they take that as a threat. You know, when they change the DTA and burning symbols and flags and all that. Now realizing, you know, what do you think the Heavenly Father, whose eyes is upon this wicked king, what do you think he's about to do?
The wreck shop.
He's going to bring death and destruction. He going to bring fire to this place.
Speedy.
You know, when he said it shall be as when he overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's right.
He literally means that. And it kind of reminds me, right, when you read Jeremiah, where it talks about how when the Lord delivers Israel from the land of the north, it says that it shall no longer be said, thou livest that brought the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Yep.
That's basically saying that with his right hand, once again, he's going to make such a spectacular deliverance that we ain't going to even be talking about the ancient Egyptian deliverance. The Exodus.
Yeah, the first Exodus.
It's going to be even greater, a greater deliverance. So the same thing, when the Lord destroys Babylon in a similar manner, it's going to be way worse
Outdo it.
than he did Sodom and Gomorrah.
Outdo itself.
So all the world's going to, after the destruction, all they're going to talk about is how Babylon got destroyed.
That's right.
We're going to be talking about Sodom and Gomorrah.
Nobody brings up that Dr. J dunk from free throw line. They remember Jordan dunk from free throw line.
That's
They
it.
think it's a better dunk.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because he dribbled the whole way he did it, right?
Plus it's more.
Forget about this. He did it first.
It's more
Plus,
flashy.
it's a more recent
Right.
event.
Yep.
You know, so the world's gonna be more familiarized with that. You know,
Yeah, exactly. More dramatic. You had the tongue out, blood cocked back and shit. You know what I'm saying? The battle was heavy. That's how this about to go down. This world battle, the angels gonna come out, man. Think about this situation. Angels is gonna come out and fight.
Yeah.
The armies of the world.
Laser beams. And
Leviathan gonna be out on the scene doing his part.
that's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're out
Shit,
here.
man.
Some of us gonna be changing to newly created. You know, having that spiritual power.
Standard.
Doing certain work down here. So the details of how this goes down far when they see Sodom and Gomorrah and the Noah flood and what's the one we were just saying? Sodom and Gomorrah, Noah flood, and the
Exodus to Egypt. Yeah.
The plagues are far worse now than then.
Yeah, that's also why Psalm 5, why it says they shall be amazed at the strangeness of that salvation. Beyond all that they look for. Hey, because now Trump is saying, what? Oh, we're going to bring out UFO and UAP files. You know?
And it's like he's doing that to undermine Obama for being the one to bring it out. You know that you know he said that aliens are real. You know, he said that they exist. So they gotta basically downplay it like, well, he said it, but since he said it, you know, that's disclosed information. So we're just gonna go out there and we're just gonna just release it.
Boom.
But they're playing mind games with that.
Yeah.
More mind games.
They gonna release that shit just like bit by bit, like
Just like the Steam files. Same thing.
They ain't gonna release that, you know, Cherry came down and did this and did that and turned on our nuclear system, reactors and
See,
shit.
they barely dropped that information because their technology far exceeds the pilots that see shit. Their technology far exceeds what we got.
Like thousands of years ahead.
Like in Wisdom of Solomon 12, I'll read verse 5 again. And also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of man's flesh, and the feast of blood, with their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew, and the parents that killed with their own hands, souls destitute of help, that the land which thou esteemest above all others might receive a worthy colony of the Most High's children.
just picture those secret, wicked ceremonies in Hollywood and the island, the Epstein Island. Think about it. They're all gathered in a circle.
Right before they feel their
you
belly.
know. They got their priest setting up chants and shit like that. You know.
You see the movies that have like the pentagram, candles, red room,
Yes. Right before
cook
they
babies on the table, cups filled with blood.
sick motherfuckers, man.
You just gotta picture it.
Yeah.
And then they go in on it like fucking like animals,
Savages, man.
like hungry beasts.
Sick.
Blood all over their face,
That shit.
blood all over their robes.
Yeah.
You know,
And they play with your minds because they'll put make a cake that's like that looks like an actual person.
Yeah.
It's always just cake, you know, we're still
If he-
but in actuality they're really doing that shit. They'll put
Yeah.
a dead body right on the middle of the table and have, cut of toe or whatever, right next
Man, bro.
like it's a big ass hors d'oeuvre plate. I mean platter. These are people that we dealing with that your everyday, your mayors, your governors, your politicians, that people look up to.
these motherfuckers were worse than Jeffrey Dahmer.
Shit, got him beat.
Did we see that image of Jay-Z with that wine glass?
Oh, yeah.
That adrenochrome in there or whatever, right? Now, that's a funny picture. Then they also show the video of him after he won something. He was like, you want something? He was like, okay.
Chill out.
Now, the funny part about it, who the fuck poured that for him? That's what nobody, this internet got a lot of people not thinking. Like, that's first-hand account. Who's on the goddamn camera?
Where's the party at? Who hosted the party?
Yeah. Who got this in just cases that's just pouring up, toasting to this? Who poured in that drink? He didn't order it from the bar. The same way you got a scotch or whatever.
He got a dealer.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody was going around with the fucking
Right.
chalice or some shit. You know what I mean? Cauldron or something. Pouring that shit out. Right? So this is my point of bringing all that out is this is a bigger thing than just one guy doing his one ditty or whoever else. This is bigger than that.
Somebody behind the scenes.
This is a world conglomerate of people, vampirish, baby blood drinkers, man.
And the witch, she literally drinks the baby of blood. You know? They tap into the main arteries, get all that blood out, man. And they drink it like that. Like this, that's some sick stuff, man.
And it sounds crazy, right? It sounds like, but this is the reality of the situation, man.
Yeah.
You know, this is happening.
Yep.
Hey, especially in a city like Vegas, you got all types of underground tunnels, secret rooms, police hotels, underneath the street. Hey, but it's happening everywhere. It's happening in all states. It's happening in all countries, right? And it's the elites. And it's people you see in your films, your movies, your concerts, right? They're doing it, man. This is occurring.
And notice how, I don't know if y'all remember, since y'all missing Jay-Z, that witch, that demon, Marina Abramovich, right? They've tried to paint the narrative that what she does, they call it a spirit cooking.
Oh, yeah.
They try to paint it as if it's just an expression of art. There's the dynamic between, it's like they
Sick,
try
bro.
to politicize it and package it up.
Water it down.
It's like two worlds. We're trying to say, this is a comparison of the world. We're trying to basically mimic art and life.
Between the spiritual and physical.
Yeah.
But really, it's another occultic practice.
Yep.
Where these motherfuckers get together and they dealing with blood and because it was who exposed it in that WikiLeaks? Who was Assange? Snowden? Assange?
Julian.
It was in the WikiLeaks. That spirit cooking shit was really, they was committing cannibalism behind the scenes, but they was doing art depicting that type of behavior in art.
Cover it up.
That was
and
just
shit.
an outside covering for their secret rituals that they were actually doing.
Wicked as fuck.
Marino
Sick.
She has paintings. I think they're real blood, but it's like showing. I read this shit out. Like, I can't read it. I like art, but fuck. Like, if you think about what she has a painting. I don't know if it's the one Jay-Z bought or Beyonce bought or something like that. That one is all red. What it's actually depicting is like after they sacrifice something, like the blood, the mess. That's kind of what it is. And it's a huge ass thing. It's like that's the kind of art that they have. And they put high price tags on that. And then it even be like human blood in it, and they made it.
That album cover, DMX second album.
Oh yeah.
That symbolized our souls has been sold.
Yep. It's been both.
Like when the scriptures talk about on our side, we present our bodies as living sacrifice.
Living.
He used a sacrifice for the industry.
Yep.
So it made sense. His second album cover, I mean, he made it. It was with blood all over it.
Yep.
Blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh.
And you know the Damien song was different on that one than the first one.
Exactly.
It was like after.
Yep.
Every time you do a concert, they always cry.
He was a troubled soul because he knew that his soul he couldn't get his soul back. Every time he tried to basically seek the Most High, Satan would always get him.
Yeah, torment him.
Satan would fuck with him every time.
Yeah, God. That's why they stay drugged
He
up.
ended up, relapsing.
Yep.
He ends up going to jail for something.
Yeah.
Back on crack.
Yep.
That wicked bitch, Erica Badu.
Oh,
She
yeah.
just did a lesson. Basically, how she was saying that the time is coming, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
She was saying her time is coming, basically for all the wickedness and the witchcraft. Not only her, but all the witches in that Hollywood industry. She said the train is on its way.
Damn.
And she had that video where she was in the bathtub with blood.
Oh, yeah. That bathtub. Oh, yeah.
So that's why going back to Isaiah 47, all these rituals, all these things that you do, the Lord is basically telling them, let the power that you generate from those activities, let that shit save you in that day when I destroy you.
The vices.
It's my fault. It was King Charles in that painting. That actually had blood in it. Can I see it?
Get a little closer. Let's bring it a little closer. Son.
Tell me where.
Right about that. That's cool. That's perfect.
They said
This one can see it too.
Yep, right. Yeah.
Prince Andrew, he just got arrested for, I guess, involvement in the
So put it right here.
66th birthday.
Yeah, there.
And they said it was 666 days from some white horse with blood on it running through England or some shit. So it's like, it's a lot of, these devils deal with all type of numerology and shit.
Yes, hey, stand now with Daniel Chapman's. All your left hand sacrifices, your spell casting,
Stuff for which you got to live.
your magic, all that. See if that's going to help you prevail.
Look at this, bro. This is the Beatles cover, Beatles Butcher cover.
Yeah, here it goes.
So, camera.
Yeah, come.
Yeah.
Yep.
You see that one?
Was there more than Wisdom of Solomon? Was that it?
See
They
that?
got like babies.
Yeah, right there. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me see if I can. Here's that King Charles. Well, it's mirrored, but
You can see the horns and shit.
hold on. I just had one. My fault, bro.
Oh, you good.
Yeah, you go back.
Back in Wisdom of Solomon 12, continue on to verse 8. Nevertheless, even those thou sparest as men, and didst send wasps, forerunners of thine host, to destroy them by little and little, not that thou wast unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous in battle, or to destroy them at once with cruel beasts, or with one rough word, but executing thy judgments upon them by little and little, thou gavest them place of repentance, not being ignorant that they were a naughty generation, and that their malice was bred in them.
And that didn't mean that he was giving the Canaanite salvation. Because ultimately the Lord, you know, it was a purpose why he left, you know, some of them in the land. It was really to prove Israel. And it was their time to come in and inhabit, take their inheritance. The Lord was going to see if they were going to still be loyal. The Lord just rescued you, kept you preserved, fed you, performed miracles for you. And then he made it to where you could go in there and take the best land on earth. So you go up in there and now you worshiping their gods.
Left it there to tell.
You know? So the Lord, he had things done to them little by little, but he wasn't going to just completely take all those Canaanites out. They played a purpose.
Wow. Yeah.
But you see how influential that wicked nation was. They had that type of effect on Jacob, Esau, all the known world at the time. They were under the influence of that particular culture. It was evil, man. Go ahead.
And that their cogitation would never be changed.
Yeah, because they're like beasts, naturally. The heathens are straight up like beasts. They're lawless. Right?
That's like the garden.
For it was a cursed seed from the beginning. Neither didst thou for fear of any man give them pardon for those things wherein they sinned.
Since the beginning.
They were compared back to the point of they were compared to beasts in Genesis 1. And we weren't beasts because we had the breath.
That's right. That's right.
That's what separates
Separates
us. Breath. We had the law.
In our inward parts.
And that was the intent going back from Adam. Adam was supposed to be that to all of the other trees in the garden.
That's
when
good.
they took, Eve went to the serpent and took from the other tree and corrupted the tree of life. You know?
Correct. That's good.
Man. This is all part of that. The knowledge of the tree of good and evil. That shit that we're reading about, with the Canaanites and witchcraft and all that, was part of that tree. It's part of that tree. That's what the Titans do, because she's now empowering. Bro, now,
right there.
I don't know if y'all seen it yet, but it's a new movie that's about to come out called Is God Is. And I think that's a play on words though. Like if you rearrange it, God, ISIS, God, basically going back to the Queen of Heaven
worship.
But the movie, when you look at the trailer, the plot is Jake. He tried to murder his woman. They had twins together, and he tried to burn the house. But miraculously, she survived, and the girls, they survived. But the mother, she's like, you could tell like she's surrounded by witches and priestess and stuff like
wickedness,
that. That's keeping her alive. And she in there, and it's played by a biblical fox.
Wow, that mother.
She in there, they light up a cigarette for her and shit while she laid up on the bed, burned up. But she's telling her twin daughters to basically go and get vengeance.
That's her last wish.
That was her last wish before she died, was to go and basically get vengeance on their father.
Wow.
Well, you know,
And so you had what's the chick that played Max on Erica Alexander. They go and get her, and she's in the church seducing all the people in the church like a Jezebel spirit. So it's basically showing you that witchcraft spirit, and the power of Eve and the power of witchcraft. Because Eve, that's their channel of power. They got to go through the left hand to get any type of power.
That's right.
Because the Most High really deals with the men.
I think it's gonna be a plot twist. You know, we gonna see it. You know, but what I took from it, I take that it's just like they turned the children against the fathers in real life. I feel like it's gonna be a plot twist to where when they do meet up with the father, because that ending scene, he said, "Go ahead, have a seat." It look like we got a lot to talk about. It looked like he gonna tell them what she was really up to, and she's really on some wicked shit, and turned the kids away from him.
Damn.
We know that's what normally happens.
Yeah, that's what Eve do though.
It's like a talk show where this neighbor woman.
Oh, a
Yeah, man. And she basically They got the man locked up because basically raped the daughters or some shit. And it turned out to be a lie.
That was her. That was her.
Ayana saved my life or some shit.
Yeah, so like the same episode we were talking about, the mom, even when she was confronted about the dad not touching his daughters, the bitch didn't even want to apologize.
She was nonchalant about it.
And she was like, well, you shouldn't have left. That's
Wow.
what she told him. And he was like, you forced me to leave. You wouldn't allow me to deal with my children. You told them that I touched them, right? And the daughters was crying and they basically cussed out their mom. Was like, hey, you're wrong. You evil, man.
That's common
Cut off still.
thing that happens.
And with no accountability.
Right, so
Start seeing these bitches in jail.
It's still cut off.
no, but going back to that movie, I'm pretty sure they're gonna show a high level of witchcraft or sorcery in it. You know, and it's gonna intrigue a lot of in-dubs. That's what they're good for, especially down south.
See, God, ISIS
God is
God is God.
God is.
But you say you
When you rearrange it, you can see how it says ISIS. God ISIS or ISIS God or whatever.
Woman, which is woman God, which is
So yeah, Isis was the Egyptian goddess of
Yeah, and that's the title they gave her on the bill. You know, like they called her a god or whatever.
They showed that symbol. Going into what the point you're making, they showed the symbol in the trailer. It had God in the middle. They made it into a cross. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then it had ears on each side.
See? Wickedness, man.
Crazy.
Stand now with thine enchantments. The scriptures say, I suffer not a
Nah, y'all be into that, man. Y'all still want that spirit around, man. That shit ain't ever worked. And now you're gonna get what comes out of it. Jacob's trouble and the destruction. That's all they can say on that.
and it's going, and it's bringing back that that color purple, basically black man villain.
Yep.
You know, basically for these feminists to run with.
Yep.
They gonna eat it up.
To make them feel all right about
Yeah.
the shit that they did.
That they can do against their men.
Yep.
Well, he did this, so I went and did this.
But if you understand, which we do, if you guys understand what that energy is about, because this is what happens when men gather. This is what builds up when men gather. Okay, it ain't that when niggas gather. I'm saying like when niggas gather, and there'll be a melee that turns out. That's the feminine spirit in that group. Somebody is got a feminine energy on it. Or it's over a woman or something like that.
Confusion.
But when real men, masculine men, come together, this is how we build. Even if it's on some sports and some bullshit, men still can have a peaceful interaction. That's why brotherhoods are struggling. But really, if you allow men to continually gather together, you build, this is what will end up building. Okay? Now, of course, we believe the Holy Spirit versus in other gatherings. Women, it empowers men to gather over women. Okay, so men understand the mission of being a man.
That's why the Lord said, old men like Paul.
Yep, that's
All
right.
voices into the sons of men.
Gird up thy loins and show thyself as men.
Proverbs
That's
8 and 4.
little boys and these mama's boys emasculated.
That Jezebel spirit,
Betas.
the Lord stumping that Jezebel spirit out.
Right.
That's right.
That's just not attractive.
That shit is another boy.
That's right. That's right. God.
Don't let that movie, pump y'all head up when it comes out.
From that movie being played, it's gonna be a lot more women that enter into that left-hand magic, man.
They already been. I don't know if it's been news segments covering this for years now, how a lot of so-called black women, they're leaving the church.
Oh yeah.
And choosing what they call spirituality.
Witchcraft.
We know what type. We know what they mean by that.
Oh yeah.
They're choosing the left hand right.
Oh yeah. Sorcery, witchcraft.
And that's the only way that they can get left hand power, any type of power.
Yep.
Spiritual power on the left hand side.
But I suffer which not to live.
Same way that
They either work with Esau to get power, or they have to resort to witchcraft to get power.
Exactly. I suffer which not to live.
Yeah.
There was a lot of women loved the role of Michael B. Jordan, that black woman he was dealing with, the heavier set. She was so strong. That bitch was a witch, man. She was straight up witch.
Yeah, God.
But I forget what they call that shit. It's like speaking to your dead ancestors.
Your ancestors and shit. Yeah.
Not necromancy.
It's necromancy.
It's not the romance like.
In Africa, they call it shamanism.
Shaman.
Basically, we talk
Dealing with familiar spirits.
And they like sacrifice it to them.
Fucking monkey.
Necro's in dead.
It's the same.
Yeah, dead body. Yeah. This is Deuteronomy 18 and 10. It says, "There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consultant with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. And because of these abominations, the Lord thy power doeth drive them out from before thee, the Canaanites."
That's right. Our people right now, they're in a place where they want some type of power. They feel like they need to be in power. Now's the time. But you're reaching in the places that you shouldn't be reaching. You're taking off the energy of Babylon and all the ancients of the wicked. Okay? But this is the power you should be tapping into.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Necromancer in the etymology.com, sorcerer, adept in black magic, properly one who communicates with the dead, but typically used in a broader sense in English. Necromancy, black magic, properly divination by communication with the dead, necromancy, magic, necromancy, witchcraft, sorcery.
Did they have the U.S.?
And notice when we read the accounts in the scriptures, every time there was an encounter with a person who consults with familiar spirits, there was always a woman.
Yeah. That's
Who
right.
did Saul go and consult?
The witch.
It was a woman.
Yeah. Witch woman.
Jezebel, she was a Canaanite woman. She worshipped Baal.
Yep.
And she pretty much seduced
Ahab.
Ahab.
Oh yeah.
You know, she pretty much had a spell on. She put a spell on Ahab. She had him out of his mind.
God.
You know? That's why you compare a lot of these modern women to Jezebel, because it's like the type of control that they have over men and how they dominate men. That's a Jezebel spirit, a woman that's usurping authority, and a man is just, he just docile and submitted to her.
He's in trance.
Yeah.
And women do actually put spells on their men, like using their period blood,
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
their underwear. They do witchcraft with their shit.
This one Jake from Belize, he's telling me that the bitch put some shit on it, some guy down there. He said this dude followed her wherever she go. Literally follow her.
Probably had got some candy.
Yeah.
That's why, like in the South, they tell you, don't eat a one with red tomato based nothing.
Or dessert.
Yeah, or dessert. Anything red, don't even do it.
She'll put her in yeast and make a cake for
Yeah, they really do that shit.
Keeps on doing this. No, it's not charging us.
Put her hair strand.
Because I want to unplug this. This went off and I plugged it in. And that went off.
Hey, we talk about the black woman, but hey, the Hispanic woman, she's bad, man. It's worse.
Will Smith and yeah. That show got bad boys.
Oh, fuck.
To land
Somebody
back,
check.
a lot of times,
Can somebody check and see if
certain
it's
women wear like stones, right? You know, and they're not wearing them in the sense like we're wearing, you know, because there's a balance to everything. You got a righteous and a wicked, you know, energy to it all. And ultimately, we wear it, you know, because like designs, we understand certain properties which a certain stone may have, but they're doing it in terms of sacrifice, you know, harness energy in that way. You know, so you need to be careful with looking at those bitches.
Don't let them mess with the hair wrap with the same food. Conjuring up spirits. A lot of these women, they
Do you have like battery saver in front of you?
that tarot shit, that's
Battery
necromancy.
saver?
I remember we went to the tournament time. We was at, I think, Mount Everest. And it was those two women.
Oh, yeah, rotating shit.
The tarot cards.
It just got to be
Literally speaking to the dead.
They had tarot cards, flipping them over.
It just
That's no different than the fucking Ouija board.
Yeah. I'm gonna read it in the NLT. It says, "This is what the sovereign Lord says: What sorrow awaits you, women who are ensnaring the souls of my people, young and old alike. You tie magic charms on their wrists and furnish them with magic veils. Do you think you can trap others without bringing destruction on yourselves?" Yeah, that's why the Lord said, "I suffer not a wish to live."
That's right. That's
It's
right.
gonna bring issues, man. Problems. So, idol worship.
Hey, it's like it. Down in Louisiana, those ICE agents, somebody made like a little ball, or I don't know what it was. It was supposed to mimic an ICE agent, and they put all type of pins into it.
Oh, yeah. Voodoo.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Somebody down there did that, and then they started to say that many ICE agents down there were getting sick.
Damn.
Probably a woman that did that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy. That's
Oh,
real.
she did that shit.
Some of them, like where they put the pins at, it don't just be like, my people. Nah, they be hitting like organs.
Damn.
They hit specific body parts and certain internal organs. It's fucking some shit.
I'm gonna send the video to the chat.
This is Revelation 2:20. It said, "Notwithstanding, I have few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and seduce my servants to commit fornication and to eat things sacrificed unto idols. I gave her space to repent of her fornication, and she repented not."
Damn.
That
Yeah.
spirit gotta get taken out of us. We don't get to just think we're gonna be in the kingdom of heaven and either gonna have it or not. That's just gotta go. All things that are pure gotta go. Okay? And I mean, like ideas, idols. Oh, that's a wonderful piece of art. No, that shit's gotta go.
Absolutely.
Okay? All that. The Lord is gonna give us all that stuff. Oh, man. That's why you don't see no woman up here. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
You see the pins in it?
Yeah.
She's a
That's crazy.
iron conduit to Satan. The water, just like you went to
Eva is wild.
the first place. The water to how washing outside was set up by such apostles and elders.
That's right.
That gave us how this thing is supposed to go. They were from a time where they had women in school and they saw what it did. So that's why it's so strict that there no women out here. You can have a woman in your life, but don't put her around the ministry. You got nothing to do with the church. That's got to be a separate situation. You teach her only enough to keep your life in the ministry moving forward. That's about it.
I'm starting to believe that a lot of these women that are coming on TikTok and they're trying to encourage people to leave the Israelites, with these camps and stuff like that. These were women who failed to infiltrate. They wanted to get in there and try to have some type of control or power
Impact.
within the organization. They realized they couldn't. So they said, all right,
Right.
let's start a smear campaign against those Israelites.
Damn, man. Yep.
That's what I believe.
Exactly.
All them bitches that's over there, even with they got their hand wraps and all,
Yeah.
talking all kind of shit. They're mad that they couldn't infiltrate.
Exactly. No control.
That's what they do. Yeah, what's the phrase? Somebody rapped.
So now they're playing victim and acting like sisters are being oppressed. You know, brothers is abusing them.
Right.
They coming up with all these stories, and some of these bitches, they pretty much telling a fake story.
They've been probably treated right.
You can't listen to what they're talking about.
Hell no.
That's why we don't deal with you women like that.
Nope.
Salute to you sisters in the background that's quiet and doing what you're supposed to do, and submitting and doing what the scriptures say.
Done.
The rest of you shameless
That's it.
bitches out there,
Yep.
we talk about you.
Yep.
Hey, the scriptures say rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft.
Now, a lot of
So
y'all
we
got
calling
that
you
on.
witches out, man.
Oh God. It's beautiful right there.
Sirach 3 and 9.
Dope.
For the blessing of the father establishes the houses of the children.
Now, what does the scripture say in Deuteronomy 4? Teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
That's it.
Now, you can be like, the son means children, but we know that it's supposed to resonate with men.
That's it.
Paul wrote a little bit about it, talking about women can't have the power of the angels on their heads. And that's for men to have that. That's why the heads are uncovered. Okay? Because it's a different vibration that goes with men. About how they take in spiritual impulses. Okay? And it's a sign of humility for women not to be putting themselves on that level. But
That's it.
Jezebel spirit, what you be doing? But it's now been infiltrated to a point where their head is wrapped up in knot. You can't go by that. You got to go by the intent and the woman inside.
The spirit man. Yep.
How they actually get down.
Yep.
And then with the apostle, Apostle Carter said, you got to vet these women before you do these things, man. You got to.
Facts.
Extensive questioning, extensive courting. And the apostles always said, still try to keep your own separate situation unless you can. If you can have your own separate situation, keep that. Because there's going to be a time, it usually comes around every 21 days. Now, I know what I'm talking about.
Oh
You're
yeah.
going to need some separate space.
Oh yeah.
For the blessing of the father establishes the houses of children, but the curse of the mother rooted out foundation.
Okay? And she's cursed because what? She don't want to own up. I ain't want to get on it. Naturally, it has to be self-talked about. But anyway, so she still wants that energy that Eve wanted in the garden. She wants to be wise.
That's exactly what she desired.
Yep.
It said that it was pleasant to the eyes. It was very attractive to see a woman in her position being second to the man, that she could be equal with him or over him.
Yep.
And she got to learn and practice on that treatment.
Yep.
Because, hey, when you learn from these other nations, it was the other nations that was practicing Queen of Heaven worship.
Yep. Sure was. Yep.
Because I experienced it. Push. Those bitches are wicked. They're like super wicked because they give that appearance as an endo, you know, that's more what's the word? Humble. They're more feminine, more humble. You know, so Jake is attracted to it, man. You know,
They hate Jake too.
Oh yeah.
Did you see the one up there talking in Minnesota? At the, we're talking about Somali. Somali, man. Same shit. They was up there talking like proper and the head wrap on and shit.
Yeah, but the way they're just like the nigga woman, really.
Yeah.
You know, they're really like some nigga woman because they want you they want you to submit under their will, man.
Yep.
Because they'll tell you in order to get with them, oh, you have to want our culture or be in our culture. Well, that's how King Solomon felt.
Exactly.
I wasn't submitting into what they wanted, man.
And that's why.
And they're heavy on that. Oh, you gotta talk to our great grandparents. This is how we accept you, basically.
That's what Isaac said. Told.
Same thing with these
Canaanite woman.
Amalek. They always want you to the mother, so they always want you to come to the religion, live by their ways. They're not talking about this. They're talking about the Talmud. Now, what I was going to say was, this is why the warnings of the apostles is so goes deeper than what we're saying. Because at some point, she's going to want to assert dominance over you.
Yep.
She's going to sex you up, she's going to feed you, she's going to do all those things. Then she's going to threaten you indirectly, like that with that passive aggression. She's going to be like, oh, how come you just don't stay here? How come you just don't? And all of that's going to happen. But she's trying to do. She's trying to find a way to have control over
It's a
it.
break.
Yeah.
And if you fall under that, then she has you, and she probably gonna leave you and go cook you or some shit, you know? So the point being, am I wrong though?
No.
But the point
No.
being,
No, but you're right. That's what happens a lot of times.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
happens a lot of
yeah.
times out here in Vegas where you get these women that seduce these men.
That's
Just
great.
get them up there and, cut a kidney out of some shit.
Sick.
to the role that,
Sick.
you know?
Yeah.
Just dumb shit, you know?
Yep.
But the point being, what's the point? They just want a form of dominance and control over you. That's
it.
why you threaten them and you gotta bounce.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, they always gonna throw, what about what all I do for you? And they throw all them things that they bring to your life, which they are help.
Yeah.
The good ones that know what they're doing, they are real help. And if you fall under that, you can't be weak.
Yeah.
You can't be weak. I'm gonna give an example of something somebody said to me before. It's like, well, so if I leave you, you think you're gonna replace me? I said, I can't replace you. But that don't mean I ain't gonna try. No, ain't nobody gonna do all the stuff I do for you. No, probably not. But guess what? That don't stop me from that. That's the mentality. It ain't about, I was being funny, but I wasn't. But the realness of it is, you gotta understand, you can't let them have no power over you.
No leeway.
None. That's when they want to stay. That's when they want to stay with you also. That's when they'll fall more, I don't say completely, but more under those.
Yeah, when you reject
Okay?
them. Yeah.
When you don't bend.
It's Judges 16. I'll start here at 4. It says, sometime later, Samson fell in love with a woman named Delilah.
This is gonna go real well. Because he was, watch how this play out, but I want to say, but I'm gonna break it down first, I guess, about what I was gonna say. And that intrigue of you not breaking and why you want to break it, what board you stand on, is why they still want to play the game with you.
Right.
They don't realize you're playing a losing game that you cannot win. As long as I retain my power by not giving you my time, attention, and keeping the mystery there.
Yeah, because what they do is they dangle the box as the prize in front of your eyes. And it's like as long as you do what I want you to do, hey, I'll make sure that I make you happy with the box.
That ain't true.
You know?
It's an learned thing. It's control you, seduce you. It's all part of the allure.
Or the plot.
There's
part of the plot.
That choose not to, because they don't want to have to deal with that bullshit. That just says, man, I'll go pay for it. Or they make free videos on the internet. I'm just saying, rather than have to put up with the headache. Paul wrote extensively about trouble in the flesh.
That's right, he did.
So we would get the point. If you can't abide that way, then don't trouble yourself with it. But if you can, it'll be more beneficial if you did. You got it, brother.
This Judges 16.
Spiritual to you.
Verse 4 NLT. Sometime later, Samson fell in love with a woman named Delilah. That word Delilah means people. It says, who lived in the valley of Sorek. The rulers of the Philistines went to her and said, entice Samson.
Whoa. What? Eve, why you listen to a fucking serpent? Delilah, why you listen to other men that go? What is this? Right? This is a pimp nigga said, hey, when you get the nigga drawers off, that's when you go for a while.
That's how they do it though. Yeah, that's right.
It says the rulers of the Philistines went to her and said, entice Samson to tell you what makes him so strong.
They knew that they could use a woman.
Yeah.
It's usually the easiest trick in the book. If you want to lure a man, just get a woman. Use a woman.
Set up.
You know how many licks?
Exactly. Through women, yeah. Jump off. Yeah. Yep.
And it goes back to the accounting first centuries. Hey, what's the most powerful thing? Women,
oh yeah.
Or wisdom, or knowledge.
The truth.
The king.
Yeah.
I think it said the king, women,
and truth.
wine,
and truth.
women. And he came back and said the truth.
Yeah.
Women rule over the king and wine, but more important than all of that is the truth.
Truth. Yeah.
It says the rulers of the Philistines went to her and said, entice Samson to tell you what makes him so strong and how he can be overpowered and tied up securely. It says,
Somebody
entice,
get 1 Kings 21.
entice Samson to tell you what makes him so strong and how he can be overpowered and tied up securely.
That also first Kings 11.
I mean, just because of that, you know, that's why you have to have a certain level of strength, man, and not have that fear of using a woman, man. Not letting that box rule over you. I got Micah 7 and verse 5. Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
Hey, as the Bible said, remain a mystery. You got to remain a mystery. They need to know enough, but not all. You can't let them know it all.
Eternal.
Sometimes, brothers get it now. I used to do something with them out on the devil. Before, man, I ain't going straight home. Sometimes I just sit in the parking lot. I just sit there and run the car, listen to videos and laugh and have all my real spiritual food that I'm gonna have now. Okay, now I'm ready. Why do you playing bitty bars? So men can unwind and go home and bed.
Right, cuz.
So they can get their mind wrapped around this old bullshit, happy life,
Right.
happy life.
That's
Okay, but in the truth, you don't have to, you shouldn't have to do that.
Yep.
You know, if you get a woman that's challenging that makes you before the truth, yeah, she gonna try to make you still do that. And that's a good practice for Clark Kent, but at some point, I gotta take this cape off. I gotta take these glasses off or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I need to be real.
That's it.
We ain't really together if you can't let me be me in my pure form. And if that's the truth,
That's it.
and we're still pleased to grow each other, I'm gonna bounce and don't be mad when I ain't around here that often.
Yeah, and you're not about to do the same time as what's happening.
No, you can't.
You can be sad all you want to, but at the end of the day, you don't give a fuck.
I got big
At the end of the day.
with other women. Yeah. Her name is Sophia. You want to meet her? Read these books.
That's right.
Sirach 25, Sirach 26, you know? Hit it with that shit and see how fast they read up on that. So I'm gonna read it just to see where it goes. Their intention is like,
But their job isn't also their job is to master you.
right.
You know, the things that you need done. That's what she should be getting to do. And that's how she ultimately pleases the Most High. It's like Yahweh by Shema Shai is by pleasing you. Because you're her Lord. As Sarah called Abraham.
Mastering a man don't mean tracking a man. I'm trying to see you in every movie.
I like my business position. I like, you know, those things.
Understand when I need my time. Know my nuances.
That's right. Certainly.
If you have a woman doing that, salute.
Right.
We're keeping that, you know,
Salute.
maintain that.
Yeah.
Maintain that relationship.
That's
I'm
it.
not saying treat her like shit. Hurry up and get my dinner ready. No. We ain't saying that. We're saying, you know, just benevolence is written in there as well.
Paul said, love your wives as your house shall love the
Church.
church.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a lot of people think that we just on some Mr. from Color Purple type shit.
See that? Get your hands.
That's just a narrative that they ran with. Tyler Perry, he's the one that he kind of resurfaced that narrative.
Oh yeah.
His films and shit.
It's fucking.
The character in that movie was his dad. His daddy was calling him that red woman in her ass. You know what I'm saying? On her head, man.
Damn.
It says, then each of us will give you 1,000 and 1,100 pieces of silver. So Delilah said to Samson, please tell me what makes you so strong and what it would take to tie you up securely.
Money, money.
Samson replied, if I were tied up with 7 new bowstrings that have not yet been dried, I will become as weak as anyone else.
Now, what I love about the story for the first 2 situations, he was being wise as a son. He was playing her.
But why?
Yeah.
Because he didn't get nothing.
He was playing her so he could get the song. trying to like, tie me up. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that he can get loose. You know?
Playing with the bitch.
So the Philistine rulers brought Delilah 7 new bowstrings, and she tied Samson up with them.
And y'all know the Lord ultimately set this up.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord had it happen that way because he saw occasion against the Philistines. It was a series of wars that we was going to be having. And then that's why by the time of King David sitting on the throne, the Philistines was our main enemy.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had plenty of battles.
9. She had hidden some men in one of the inner rooms of her house, and she cried out.
I want to make a quick point though. Hey, for you black-owned Israelites, Pan-African niggas or whatever, these was Africans, man. Philistines is black-ass Africans, man.
Yeah.
They were our main enemy in the Ages.
Ashy black.
Okay? So just so you don't be like, oh, well, no. Africa, we ain't going back to Africa. Fuck Africa, man. On some real shit.
And the apostles used to say to them niggas, man, if y'all so African, y'all so pro-African, just go and get lost in Africa. You know? Just like literally, like just go and get lost in that
Get
country.
in that
And
dark.
see how far you go.
Niggas gonna go to the city that got shopping malls and shit.
Yeah.
No, go to the
Anything
bush.
that's closer to American eyes,
Go to the
tourist
bush.
attraction.
Go to the bush.
Where the titties is hanging and
Yeah,
no shoes.
yeah.
Go that shit.
Over there and hunt them motherfuckers. They gonna eat your motherfuckers. That's what happened.
Yeah. Go in.
You see how the niggas was acting when they went to give them soda and ice and
Motherfuckers
shit.
right at the bottom of the bottle trying to open it like, go deal with them. Plate, they gonna try. So let's just go put the plate together in the big ass gauges and see how you fill the bottle.
Every time you eat, you gotta take a spear.
Yeah.
And you gotta not be afraid to go hunt an animal.
Yeah, God.
You niggas ain't doing that.
Yeah.
You'd rather go to the grocery store and buy it packaged up.
Right.
Glue and all that
Yeah.
shit.
Right. All type of chemicals and shit. Yeah.
Like monkey.
Yeah. You ain't gonna go through none of them rituals that
Nah.
they do.
Yeah.
Let a cow put your forehead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dye your hair.
Let a man
Get your woman, get her little pearl tip off.
Right. Right.
That's them nappy ass niggas.
And Kush do that. Kush do that because they don't want their woman to feel pleasure.
They gonna wanna go get them on something else.
Yeah.
And they were talking about us, though. Y'all hate women. What the fuck is that thing?
Right. Damn.
And the women over there don't feel that that's hatred. That's what they do over there.
Like, right.
Verse 9. She had hidden some men in one of the inner rooms of her house, and she cried out, Samson, the Philistines have come to capture you. But Samson snapped the bowstrings as a piece of string snaps when it is burned by a fire, so the secret of his strength was not discovered. Verse 10. Afterward, Delilah said to him, you've been making fun of me and telling me lies. Now please tell me how you can be tied up securely. Samson replied, if I were tied up with brand new ropes that had never been used, I would become as weak as anyone else. So Delilah took new ropes and tied him up with them. The men were hiding in the inner room as before, and Delilah cried out, Samson, the Philistines have come to capture you. But again, Samson snapped the ropes from his arms as if they were thread. Then Delilah said, you've been making fun of me and telling me lies.
Those are all red flags, man. A woman, like you said earlier, a woman is supposed to learn her husband so that she may add to him, and be a helpmeet unto him. If a woman is asking you about your weaknesses, that's a red flag.
She trying to figure some
A woman
shit
should
out.
be inquiring how she can help strengthen you.
Exactly.
You know, whatever your weakness may be, strengthen them. You know, you're not asking them to help benefit you.
That's the intent behind it.
I got one too. Mike, 7.
Yeah, you better go ahead.
Like
You read it already?
7 to 10.
It's go different.
Micah 7:5. Trust you not in a friend, put you not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lies in thy bosom.
Shut your mouth and remain.
I hit every
certain parts of
time.
your life, you can remain a masculine. Yeah.
That's right after she put the uniform on.
Yeah.
That's when they like to sit there and lay up and talk.
Yeah. You good? Y'all good?
Pillow talk. Gossip.
Pillow talking, exactly.
Like that nigga, Young Thug.
Yeah.
Those voice calls got out.
Yeah.
That nigga was fucking gossiping to his woman on the phone. They
Man.
didn't realize it was being recorded.
Damn.
I gotta come back. So we were looking that one up. Now I read that one up, right? And then I'm gonna do another one. This one, Sirach 9:1. Be not jealous over the wife's back bosom. Teach her not an evil lesson against thyself.
That's a good one.
Give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance. This is giving her control over you with your possessions.
Yeah, which is, hey, this is well, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you like you always say,
Right on.
you got the limit to know what she knows.
Yeah.
Hey, 'cause I always think of that the balance. You know, here it is, you know, this bitch go from scoffing to then inquiring. You know, I end up just teaching a little something. Next thing you know, this bitch saying she learned everything by herself.
Prophetess.
Right.
Now they think they can go.
Don't it say,
Right.
Man, they start doing videos. Yeah, those the Israelites, that camp, they're going off on this. This is what it means.
Right.
You see a lot of that on YouTube and TikTok. You see a lot of that.
Yeah,
That's why
weird.
we want Jacob's trouble to come.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gonna see a lot of these women get straight. They gonna, you know,
Straight anarchy.
all that bullshit they talking, gonna go right out the window. They gonna try. That's when they gonna try to be humble, but it's too late. It's
gonna be a lot.
The time to be humble and shutting the fuck up is right now.
Right now.
You know.
Right now. That's it, brother.
with some distance in you, some experience behind that, what that means and how to exercise. Just think of the scared of women down there in Mexico, right?
Mm.
They scared as fuck. Yeah, that's not about humility.
Yeah. They live that.
But that's why I read it, because that teaches not her an evil lesson against thyself.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good example.
Verse 13. Then Delilah said, you've been making fun of me and telling me lies.
Oh, that was Salaki. That was the other one I was going to bring up. Padme, the king's concubine.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Smack.
If she, I'm skipping around that first section of the fourth chapter. He said, if she took this pleasure with you, you were fain to flatter. You can't be fain to flatter like, oh, come on, man. Yeah, come on, man. That was just joking. Nah, stand on business, man.
That's right.
And I don't mean it ain't gotta be in a rough way. It's way the subtlety is way more powerful. Oh, okay, that's cool. Then bounce.
Yeah, you have to know the woman you're dealing with too.
Yeah.
You know how her spirit is, so to speak.
Hey, know that before you
Call up, bitch.
you know what I'm saying, consummate.
Set some boundaries from the jump, man, because you know how women is. If they get away with one little thing, they'll take it. Like just like the account you were speaking on, didn't she? I think she at first she entered into the king's chamber.
She smacked
She
him.
was there, she put his crown on her head.
Smacked him in the face.
Sitting on his right hand, with that position is only for the cupbearer or the armor bearer. You know, so she's sitting in a position of power over him and shit. And then he was like, hey, took the crown, he was like, hey, you gotta imagine how, hey.
It's like levels of disrespect.
She left hand smacked him, like, back up.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the crown. And he was like,
Remember they made a big fuss because somebody got close to I don't know if it was Michelle Obama.
no, Michael Jackson and Princess Diana. Prince Charles was pissed.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that.
He was like, hey, he can't touch her.
But it was something recent
It was
though,
more
like
recent,
maybe
too.
a few years ago.
Yep.
I don't know if it was Michelle Obama or somebody. She got too close
Yep.
to I don't know if it was Queen at the time.
Yeah.
It was somebody, and she was like, they was like,
They was not having it. Yeah, they was not having it, man.
I
I
forget.
think it was the
who
queen before she died, right?
I think so. She wasn't supposed to, touch her.
And it's crazy. These people are peasants.
Yeah, so
They're like low life, and they're acting like they're fucking royalty. Motherfuckers can't even go in the sun
For 5 minutes.
for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Without fucking cancer, skin cancer, some shit.
Shit.
Yeah, but tying that in, that was a no-no. The king, he had jurisdiction where regular people just couldn't
touch him.
You couldn't be within close proximity.
That's right.
So to have a woman be able to sit confidently and then take his crown, which anybody that done that, you was killed on the spot.
Off easy.
And then it said that she also reached over and
Smacked
him.
So that's why I said, when you thinking about it, he was, hey. She be like, how? Like, hey,
Back wide open and shit.
Not wide open.
Yeah.
really, he was just like,
Yeah,
hey, get the bitch cut off now.
right? Yeah, easy.
And then he said, if she was just so she get an attitude, well, fine, take your funky ass crap. Whatever.
Oh no.
He was like, oh, come on, man, you know, there's good people around. No,
Weakness.
man, they don't supposed to touch this. This is loyalty. This is appointed from God, is how they used to feel about it. But why was he afraid to fight? Because he knew she was gonna dry that wop up on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get any.
What did King David do?
He put her away.
Cut you off. I'm gonna be with them women that you
And he could have banished her.
Really? Yeah. He probably was screwing chicks right next to a window and shit.
This is verse 13.
and this was tied in because that's the same spirit that they'll take over you, which is the spirit of Babylon. That's on that allows this bullshit. You gotta go.
Verse 13 says, Then Delilah said, You've been making fun of me and telling me lies. Now tell me how you can be tied up securely. Samson replied, If you were to weave the 7 braids of my hair into the fabric on your loom and tighten it with the loom shuttle, I will become as weak as anyone else. So while he slept, Delilah wove the 7 braids of his hair into the fabric.
Right, hey, Mario braid my hair.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
14. Then she tightened it with the loom shuttle. Again, she cried.
Unless you know Jake,
Yeah.
even though he was in down, like, but hey, we still an Israelite, y'all. It's Jake. Jake who rocked the braids, the cornrows.
You can even pick up the clues of that when you see ancient sculptures and ancient paintings. They had it. Like those little details that have like the curls and rolls like that.
Not dreads.
He was a Nazarite. There's a depiction where they have these Levite priests during the time of the Syrian captivity. And it's like a carving. And it shows them playing an instrument like they're in a band. It shows them the garment down to the foot, fringes, and they all had cornrows. Yeah. I might have the pictures in that book. I think I might have it in my bag.
14. Then she tightened it with the loom shuttle. Again, she cried out, Samson, the Philistines have come to capture you. But Samson woke up, pulled back the loom shuttle, and yanked his hair away from the loom and the fabric. Then Delilah pouted, How can you tell me I love you when you don't share your secrets with me? You've made fun of me 3 times now, and you still haven't told me what makes you so strong. She tormented him with her nagging after day.
Hey, with her nagging.
Bitches live today.
You know,
So she tormented him with her nagging day after day until he was sick to death of it.
Persistent bitch, man.
Sirach 25 and 23.
Yeah.
A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart.
how did she do that? By nagging you?
Yep.
It's so frivolous shit, like, whoa. Hey, I have a saying, and for the men that know, this is the truth. What's a woman's number 1 object in your life? To break your concentration. That's what they love to do. They just want to break your concentration.
Playing tug of war with your spirit.
That's what they
You're
want.
playing tug of war with your spirit, man.
That's it.
And that's why you gotta have every king needs a retreat, somewhere to go
Away from the bullshit.
and have some solace, man.
That's right.
Even if it's to leave here.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Mentally. You can't escape the physical house. You need something to do with it.
I know you could be in the driveway or in the bathroom. Ain't even going. Just sitting there in the toilet. Not going.
Right.
I'm in there.
No?
Yeah.
He said that she was nagging. She was straight up nagging.
Real.
Jumping up verse 20, it says, as the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man.
Nagging a man that's, because a quiet man wants to do what? Wants to think. He's introverted, so he's trying to pray, meditate, think.
I got a pre.
She wants to break that concentration because she wants to chick to know her.
Damn,
You
I
remember
pre.
that song back in the day, bro? I'm pretty sure like most of you brothers that are like 30s and up, you remember this song back in the day by a singer named Jimmy Cozier?
Yeah.
She's all I got.
Yep.
Bro. on the hook, he says sometimes I love her, sometimes I love her not.
Oh yeah.
I ain't letting her go. She's all I got.
Yeah.
And though she nags
Me,
me and
that
complains
means a lot. Yeah.
I ain't letting her go. No.
He was stepping for that coochie, right?
They was going outside, bro. It was a dope ass song back then.
Back
but
in the day,
the
yeah.
verse,
Like,
No,
You
yeah.
let this bitch do this to you, bro. And that's what they, Jake singing about shit like that.
because of what?
Veto
Because
ass.
they helped that. Part of what Eve wanted was monogamy also. Well, they actually wanted polyandry. They wanted the men to be monogamous and they could move
Yeah.
around and do what they
Which is
want.
really
Polyandry, right?
polyandry.
Yeah.
And that's that queen spirit.
Yep. Oh, who was that? I seen it. I don't think I shared it. It was here in Vegas. It was Sunday. So anyway, there was a woman walking around. This car had one little chunky, whatever. Had two Judites walking around holding
Oh
hands.
yeah. That Saturday for
Yeah.
B-Day,
Yeah.
Valentine's.
Walking around with two men like that, like she holding their hands. I'm like,
She
ugh.
conquered both of them soft ass niggas.
It's weak as hell.
She probably put a strap on and bent both of them niggas.
Yeah, you can't put it back.
Any
Pegger.
man that would do some shit like cower himself to that level,
Yeah, you get pegged.
you a sodomite.
Yeah, you getting pegged for your.
You're not a man yet.
Yeah, kind of.
You're like
I was like, you getting pegged, my guy.
I
Yeah.
just want to see what like another man is playing on. Shut the hell up.
Yeah, man.
That's sick.
That's sick shit, man.
that type
That
of
was,
shit.
that was the high priest. That was the
right.
chief priest.
Yeah, chief
In Israel.
Was that it?
Oh, you got a little more.
It says, a woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble
You
feet.
need to see
You
how.
want to make them that one?
Man.
I'll read the whole verse. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her
Hey, when a
husband.
man is love sick or whatever, he's heartbroken, his mind's fucked up. That's what she makes his mind do. I've met many of men that can't get over the tactics of a woman. When it's the easiest, this is one of the easiest things to do. What do you do with your kids when they fuck up?
Beat their ass.
Whip their ass, but you can't whip a grown woman's ass because you go to jail.
Yes,
So what do you
yes,
do? Put them in time out.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But with a woman, they're grown, so you can leave.
Lead ain't man. Yep.
You can leave.
And they have to know that you're not scared of leaving.
I mean, like with the intent to make them consider like this mom may leave forever. Like they gotta remember that. And if you do leave and they're cool with it, what did that just save you?
Right.
You
Right.
get it.
And
That's
you don't
right.
lose here, man.
No.
You can't lose in the spirit of Yahweh.
That's it.
Because at the end of the day,
You seen that?
hey, we got the number one woman.
We got to share the wisdom of how to win on earth.
The Lord showed every time when Israel, which is his woman, was defiant, the Most High left.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Every time he left, what happened?
That's
We
all
got-
You come running, crying back to him because you're getting your ass
Oh,
whooped
yeah.
by the other men.
Yeah. That's it. Ain't treating that right.
So
We're
the
never
nation-
gonna be by ourselves. We never gonna be by ourselves. We
Prostit-
still remembering the ways of the other niggas we didn't deal with.
Yeah, it's prostitute Jake, man.
Somebody gonna show up and treat us like we ain't worth nothing. Okay, same. What do we call it earlier? The woman, he said it perfect. The abusive relationship. The same abusive relationship thing. We keep running off to these other niggas, you know, the most high allow us to get our ass beat, to come back. Save me, they doing this to me. Like, hey man, now till you acknowledge your offense, you ain't gonna repent.
Accountability.
You don't do it no more. But what?
Accountability.
You keep turning around and finding it harder. We went through so many kings in the book of Kings.
Oh yeah.
The Chronicles and all of them. Talking about how they kept fucking up.
Uh-huh.
You got it, man.
It said a woman that would not comfort her husband in distress, maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
And sometimes if they try to, and this is dealing with a wicked woman, not a righteous woman. A wicked woman, the only time she'll try to comfort you is if she can get you to do something that will benefit her.
Yeah, that's right.
She'll come in and try to, like, you know, throw you off, and
Yeah.
you know, she'll come to you and
Distract-
rub your back and rub the back of your head,
Distract
top of
you.
your head,
Distractions.
you know, what's,
You know what I'm saying?
like what Jezebel did.
Oh yeah.
If you go back to that story, Ahab was upset because Naboth
Couldn't get the vineyard.
He owned that vineyard,
Yeah.
and he tried to ask if he could buy the vineyard for him, and he told him, no, the Lord would not want me to
Yeah.
sell this to you.
That's right. It's his,
Keep
it's his inheritance. Yeah.
for his inheritance.
Yeah, come on.
And he got pissed and threw a fit.
Yep.
And went back home and
Yep.
wouldn't eat, throwing a tantrum and shit. But his woman was like,
Yeah.
she looking at him like,
He want this?
what's wrong with you?
Right.
What happened? He you know,
Told her.
told her. She like, stop crying. I got this.
Yep.
I got it.
Killed the man. Yep.
Wicked.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now you about to. So now she got you like
Like a
you know,
little kid and shit.
She done cheered you up now because she probably gonna do something about it. And you weak as fuck.
Right. Exactly.
But even letting your women go somewhere and manipulate some niggas.
You weak for
Exactly.
one that wasn't
Exactly.
yours, man.
Exactly.
You asked him, he said no. That's it.
See, get it over.
So what did she do? She wouldn't set him up
Yep.
and say that he did this, he did that, but he didn't do. And they stoned him to death.
It's wicked as fuck,
Matter
man.
of fact, go to 1 Kings 21
Yeah.
and start from like the 15th verse. Because it'll tell you that basically she was able to incite Ahab.
Yep.
She put that nigga under a straight up spell, man. 1 Kings 21 start like around 15.
Let us put up the comment board.
We'll close out that.
So 1 Kings 21 verse 15, and it came to pass when Jezebel heard that Naboth was stoned. When they heard, and it came to pass when Jezebel heard that Naboth was stoned, and he was dead, that Jezebel said to Ahab, arise, take possession of the vineyard of Naboth.
Go get that vineyard.
Yeah.
It's over now.
Yeah, right.
When he
Quick.
refused to give thee for money, Naboth is not alive but dead. And it came to pass when Ahab heard that Naboth was dead, that Ahab rose up to go down to the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite to take possession of it. And the word of the Lord came to Elijah the Tishbite, saying, arise, go down to meet Ahab king of Israel, which is in Samaria. Behold, he is in the vineyard of Naboth, whither he is going down to possess it. And thus shalt thou speak unto him, saying, thus saith Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, hast thou killed and also taken possession? And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, thus saith Yahweh by Shem Yahushai,
Here you go.
in the place where dogs lick the blood of Naboth, shall dogs lick thy blood, even thine. And Ahab said to Elijah, hast thou found me, O mine enemy? And he answered, I have found thee, because thou hast sold thyself to work evil in the sight of the Lord. Behold, I will bring evil upon thee, and will take away thy posterity, and will cut off from Ahab, him that pisseth against the
Woo!
wall, and him that is shut up in
Sheesh.
Israel.
You idiot.
Elijah had to lay it on his ass, man.
Done.
He had to lay it upon him.
Shit.
You did this is what the Lord got for you, homie.
Cut your lineage off.
You let your bitch do that?
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm killing you and
Your mama's your cousins.
Verse 22.
Okay.
And I will make thine house like the house of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, and like the house of Baasha, the son of Ahijah, for the provocation wherewith thou hast provoked me to anger and made Israel to sin. And Jezebel also spake the Lord, saying, the dog shall eat Jezebel by the wall of Jezreel. Him that died of Ahab in the city, the dog shall eat, and him that died in the field shall the fowls of the air eat.
Yep. Read the next verse 2.
But there was none like unto Ahab, which did sell himself to work wickedness in the sight of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, whom Jezebel his wife stirred up.
Ooh. Now, somebody look out where insight. So it's like it's stirred up. Look up that word stirred up.
Inside is a good one
I'll
too.
show you right there that she did something to him internally. And she had that dude.
Yeah. Damn.
She had him. She was controlling that.
it's like
Inside.
everybody's daughter-in-law. Who was it that was dancing for?
Yeah.
Lady twerking.
Herodias.
Yeah. For John the Baptist's head.
Twerking for him and said, well then, okay, so what could I give you for all that?
Up to half of the kingdom.
And John the Baptist.
Yep. Bam.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Stir something up in
Yep.
there. Okay. I get that. I can get it all the way here.
Can't get these bitches.
It's the word for stirred up. Sut. Sorry, say it in Hebrew.
Sawaf.
It says to incite to
That's what he's saying.
Did I say soon? Pronunciation soon?
Soothsaying, witchcraft.
Oh yeah, soothsayer. Paul rebuked the soothsayer too.
Pronunciation of the Hebrew word.
Is that more than strong definition?
strong definition says to soothe, perhaps in a minute, properly to prick, to stimulate by implication, to seduce, to entice, to move, to persuade, to provoke, to stir up, to sit on, to take away.
Go to the biblical usage. Does it come up?
The what? No way. Damn.
Oh, you don't have it on. Yeah. I got it pulled up. You go to the biblical usage. It says to incite, to allure.
To allure.
They draw in.
Put that word up and go with somebody.
Allure.
To incite, and it also says allure.
Yeah.
The word allure is the quality of being powerfully and mysteriously
Allure.
attractive or fascinating. Similar, attraction, lure, draw, pull, appeal, glamour, enticement, temptation, enchantment, charm, seduction. Yeah.
Definition of allure.
You got that word? Seduction? These are all the words that, hey, the ways of Babylon do this to our people.
Yeah, the ways of the wicked seducing them.
Yeah.
It says seduction, a tempting or attractive thing. That's what it says on.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry.
It just says a tempting or attractive thing.
tempted them chapter 15. Made them want to cover for that land, so she seduced them to come and do that. And that's what the tug of war, that's what the game is really about. Who can make who want the other person and thing more? You know?
Satan,
what are you willing to do for it?
yeah, Satan can prey on that. He can actually use a woman. When he was breaking down, Zerubbabel was breaking down about how men run out of their wits. He says that men will go and rob and steal and commit crimes.
They said they'll go in the night.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta imagine, there ain't no street lights at night.
Yeah.
They'll go out into the night and fight lions and shit, bears, for a woman's
He'll
blood.
rob and steal and bring it all to his luck.
They'll go out into the sea. When you went out to sea, your boat may not float. A storm may come and crash, and you was going,
Taking the chance.
basically setting yourself up to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, come back. So, but a man would do that for the love of a woman. So this is what they entice you. Whether look at the word incite, which is a verb, right? It says stir up, excite, instigate, to put into rapid motion, rouse.
Women, they're good at doing that to Jake.
It's another word, urge, right? Get the urge is like people get urges and they can't control them. We gotta practice controlling these urges. Not that we can't have them, we still gotta control them.
Yeah.
That's why Apostle Paul said, I will not be brought under the power of any.
Man.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have yourself under the power of your members.
That's right.
You're supposed to strive for the mastery.
Mortify the deeds of the flesh. Right.
Right? Heard that in 1 Corinthians 9. He pretty much talks about, see if I can find it.
That the scriptures tell you how a man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust.
Driven away.
So you ain't gonna be able to master everything else unless you master yourself. Not to sound cliche, but that's the real.
That's the truth. Yeah.
Because if you don't have control over yourself, it's easy for a woman to have control over you.
And I think I told my son, right, I was like, if you want a woman that take care of you the way you like, you gotta first take care of yourself that way so you know what you like.
Right.
And she can come
You should know.
okay, yeah, he stay groomed up, he stay creased up, he stay, whatever the case may be, with your particulars about you. And she can immediately hop in and say, okay, I can help you keep that up. I can help you with that.
Oh, you good?
You got to walk through.
No, like this how you know a guy like Alizar has been subverted. This dude is photoshopping romantic pictures of him and Cardi B. Like that, and a nigga like him, his mind, that's like that's a crown. That's a glory for him.
You're right. It's the first place prize.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to us, that's a corruptible crown.
Sheesh.
Right? We're not in this thing. We're not doing this to get some plastic put together skate.
Right.
That's famous.
Gone. Ran through. Shit.
We want everlasting life.
Right.
We want to sit on thrones judging the tribes.
That's it.
We want to judge angels.
That's right. That's right.
Paul said this, 1 Corinthians 9 and 25, it says, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we are incorruptible. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly,
right.
so fight I, not as one that beateth the air, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection.
Yep.
Lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway.
Could I expound on it? Say, the war, Paul's also writing about a war between his members, right? And I find that my flesh wars against my spirit. Well, you have to bring your flesh under subjection of the spirit.
Mortify
And
the
the
deeds.
spirit under subjection of the spirit of Yahweh outside. And how do you know that? Well, it's in the book. The way that your spirit should be conducting itself is in the book, and then you bring your flesh into that subjection as well.
And you fighting off all those temptations.
They're there.
All those temptations.
Hey there.
Right? Their society is full of them.
Yeah.
These
Yeah,
women,
man.
yeah, they could be very tempting
Oh yeah. Oh
to
yeah.
fight that.
Con.
Cover your,
Everything you like.
cover your spirit, guard your spirit.
Mm-hmm. See that?
They're gonna try to pull you away from Yahweh Shai in one way or another. All right. And that's why Ahab, and the scriptures say a wicked woman is given a portion to a wicked man. That's why Ahab, he was the perfect matchup. Because he was a wicked dude, and he was weak.
Yeah.
And all these different accounts were written for our learning.
Yeah. Con.
We learn from that, you know.
I got a quick quote.
Well, just based off what he said, because he spoke on the Alazar situation. He said that's an incorruptible crown. What the scriptures tell you
Corruptible, yes.
Corruptible crown. And the scriptures tell you, Proverbs 12 and 4, a virtuous woman is a crown to her husband, but she that maketh ashamed is as rottenness in his bones.
Come on, Cardi fucking beat.
Say somebody in the comments like, bro, that's not a flex, man.
At all.
Not a flex. She's still but if you right, if you look in the
She getting smashed.
He,
Getting smashed by another man while you're pregnant with another man's children.
Yeah.
Another man's child.
she was a stripper before that.
So that's
Stripper, turn prostitute.
Yeah. And that's all in the music.
and Alazar, he's fucking. He's
That's what you get confidence.
That's what he wants. That's what you desire.
He said that. He said, if cloud was what you desire, check it.
yeah, but you know what? Years ago, when he first got kicked out, it was said that the nigga loved ratchets. It was said that that's what he was into.
He said it himself.
He was into
I like that shit talking to you like that. I like a woman that's kind of reckless like that.
She the type of she's the type of woman that'll drug a nigga and get him robbed, right?
Oh yeah. He's.
Or get him popped by a moat.
Yeah.
So I can see why he was like a bitch like that.
Yeah. That's sick. That's sick, man.
Masculine woman that was just like that's a nigga.
You can't pop it up, man. I don't know about it. You can't pop it up bigger than what I can pop it.
Oh man,
Anyway, let me read this, bro.
that was a low moment, a low point in Israelite history.
Man.
For Levi.
Yeah.
A low point for
Dude.
Levi. God damn.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy. He wilded out with that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Wildin', bro. That's motherfucking wild.
Anyway, I'm going to very good quote that comes out.
Yeah, yeah.
It says, knowing, this is by Lao Tzu. It says, knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power.
Wow.
True
Right,
power.
beautiful, man.
We're here to get that power.
Yes,
This book
myself,
is here to bring us in subjection, to give power over ourselves, and then we'll be given power from the Holy Spirit by the power, right, over the nation.
We're not done mastering ourselves until it's over.
That's right.
Until we get the change. That's
Twinkle in an eye. Alright. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, so with that, we're gonna give all honor, praise, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Give honors to the older apostles and bishops, to the great millstone. These blessings and citations to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.